What's good? 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 And we are live. We are live. What's going on, everybody? NBA Finals Game 1. Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. We got a game tonight. We will be bringing the game audio in shortly, as soon as the game officially starts. Shout out to everybody watching whatever platform you're on, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, wherever. It doesn't really matter. Shout out to you for rocking with me and coming through tonight. We're going to have a sick game. We're going to be putting it in the chat and seeing what's going on right now. I want to ask you guys who you think is winning this game. Before the game starts, we got a couple things to go into. We're going to look at some of the Oklahoma City player averages, some of the Indiana player averages throughout the playoffs. And then after that, we're going to look at some of the keys to the game for Oklahoma City or for Indiana to take the game. But before we do that, we're going to be asking the chat how you feeling about this. So I'm going to start off doing that. Who takes game 1? Let's figure out. Pacers or Thunder, who y'all got? We're going to add a poll. Who takes game 1? Who do you guys got? The Indiana Pacers? Or you got the Oklahoma City Thunder? Who do y'all got? Who wins game 1? Who wins game 1? Okay, I think we live everywhere. We're good to go. If you just joined in, we're live streaming. It's a live reaction to game 1 of the NBA Finals. We got the Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma for game 1. Sound off who you think is going to take game 1. Do you think it's the Indiana Pacers or do you think it's the Oklahoma City Thunder? Who takes game 1? Sound off in the comments. And not only who do you think is going to win game 1, which team do you think is going to win the series and in how many games? Let me know what you guys are thinking. If the game is back yet. Right now it's on commercial break. Game's about to start soon. So if you're just tuning in wherever you're watching from, it doesn't really matter. We're on multiple platforms. If you're tuning in on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, doesn't really matter. Shout out to you for coming through and watching with us. We're doing a live stream of the NBA Finals. We will be bringing in game sound as soon as the game starts. Let me know who you guys got winning this game. Do you got the Indiana Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunder? Before we get into the game, let's talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about some of the key matchups and some of the keys to the game for the Pacers to take this game. One of the main things is Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to be extremely important in this series. you're going to need to make sure that Tyrese Halliburton is on point, passing and scoring. And he's going to have to hit those shots, especially those 3-pointers, to be able to give the Pacers a shot. Not only that, Pascal Siakam is going to have to be on point as well, too. Both him and Miles Turner are going to have to establish themselves as beasts in the paint. For Oklahoma City, we know the Oklahoma City defense is the best in the NBA. This is a historic defense this season. So for their keys to the game, we know that the Indiana Pacers are an extremely fast-paced team. This team will kill you if you sleep for just a second. So for Oklahoma City, it's going to be extremely important for them to be able to slow down the Pacers. Keep the Pacers at your pace. Make sure they can't get fast break points. And the Oklahoma City Thunder have a pretty good chance of being able to do that. They have a lot of length. They have some great defenders. They have Chet Holmgren in the paint. And they have Lou Dort, all-team defensive first team. So he's most likely going to be taking on either Pascal Siakam or Tyrese Halliburton. I would put my money on him guarding against Pascal Siakam. But yeah, transition offense is going to be very big. Honestly, the team that forces the most turnovers in this game is going to be the one, I think, to win the game. And I think Oklahoma City has a slight edge in that regard, just being how good their defense has been all season against all opponents. I personally have OKC winning game 1. But what do you guys think? Those are the keys to the game. Just to give a breakdown, for the two main players, the most important players in this series, Tyrese Halliburton and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the leader of their teams. We got Tyrese Halliburton, who's been averaging 18.8 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 9.8 assists per game throughout the playoffs. And we have your NBA MVP, second Canadian ever to win MVP, scoring leader for the NBA this season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. SGA has been scoring 29.8 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and 6.9 assists per game. So it's going to be extremely important for SGA to put his stamp on this game if OKC wants a chance of winning. And you're going to need Jalen Williams to have a strong game as well. Jalen Williams has been pretty inconsistent throughout these playoffs so far. But if Jalen Williams can have a strong series, SGA can have a strong series, and Chet Holmgren can do what he does on the defensive side, I think OKC can win this game. And I think they'll have a pretty solid chance of winning this series. But I want to know what you guys think. NBA Finals Game 1. Who do you got winning this series? And in how many games? We'll be bringing the game audio in as soon as the game starts. Right now, it's all the pregame stuff. Shout out to anybody who just started watching. This is the NBA Finals live stream, live reaction. Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're going to be bringing the game audio in as soon as the game starts. Shout out to wherever you're watching it on, whether you're on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, wherever. Shout out to you. Like, follow, subscribe. Right now they're showing SGA on the highlights. Mid-range madness with SGA. Mid-range menace SGA. Now we got to think about this. If the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, number one, is SGA the greatest Oklahoma City player of all time? We got to ask that question. But number two, we got to acknowledge that he will have the quadruple crown, He'll have won the scoring title this year. He'll have won the Western Conference Finals MVP. He'll have won MVP, NBA MVP. And then if he wins the finals, he'll have NBA Finals MVP. That's a quadruple title. That's never been done before in NBA history. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder win this finals and SGA is the NBA Finals MVP, he will have an all-time historic season. This could be the beginning of a potential dynasty for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Calling it right now. Think about that. Scoring title, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and if they win the finals, NBA Finals MVP. No player's ever done that before. Game is about to start shortly. NBA tip-off should be at 8:30, a little bit after 8:30. You know how the NBA do it. They're never on time. NBA tip-off is always later. If it says 8:30, they're going to tip off at 8:50. Oklahoma City is in the finals for the first time since 2012. Last time they were in the finals, it was with Russ, KD, James Harden. Man, what is this, man? Get that out of here. Get that BS out of here. If you just started watching, shout out to you. Whatever platform you're on, this is Keep It Basketball. This is the NBA Finals Game 1 live stream. We're doing live reaction. We'll be bringing the game audio in as soon as the game starts. Right now, they're talking about who they think is going to win this. Regardless of who you think is going to win, these boys still got to go out there and play. I don't care who's favored. In any sport, in football, they say any given Sunday, any team can win. It's just about who wants it more, who game plans the best, and who executes the best. And this Pacers team is dangerous, man. If you fall asleep even for a moment, for a stretch, these dudes can go on an 11-0 run, man. They're that good. And they are not afraid of the big moment either. You got Tyrese Halliburton, who's a monster, not afraid of the moment, was voted the most overrated player in the NBA season, and now he's in the NBA Finals. Funny how that works. You got Pascal Siakam, former Toronto Raptor, who's already been to the finals, who already won it in 2019. So you got a guy with championship experience on that team that knows what it takes to beat an all-time team. The Toronto Raptors were against the Golden State Warriors in 2019 when they faced off against them. So Pascal Siakam has championship experience, knows what it takes. And Tyrese Halliburton is a certified killer. All right. So right now they're talking about OKC. OKC is a historically good defense. They're one of the best defenses of all time. They're having a historic season. OKC defensively, chef's kiss. They're amazing. SGA, mid-range monster. Shout out to anybody who's watching whatever platform you're on. We're live streaming the NBA Finals. This is a play-by-play live reaction. We will be bringing the game audio in soon. This is game 1 of the 2024-2025 NBA Finals. Let me know who you guys got winning this and then how many games. Do you got the Oklahoma City Thunder or do you got the Indiana Pacers? We will be bringing the game audio in shortly as soon as the game starts. Gang, 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 gang. Okay, let's see if everything's good. Everything's good. Who y'all guys got? Indiana Pacers or Oklahoma City Thunder? Game 1, NBA Finals. Who you got? Sound off in the chat. Shout out to anybody who just started watching. NBA Finals live reaction. We're going to be bringing the game audio in soon as the game starts. Shout out to wherever you're watching now, man. If you're watching wherever, follow, like, subscribe, all that. We're going to be streaming the entirety of the NBA Finals. We'll be here for every single game. Well, it's tough. Who takes game 1? Let's get that poll going, man. Who takes game 1? Who y'all got taking game 1? Oklahoma City Thunder or the Indiana Pacers, man? Who y'all got, man? Who y'all got taking game 1? I want to know who y'all think will win the series. And then I want to know who you guys think is going to be the NBA Finals MVP. Sound off in the chat. Who takes NBA Finals MVP? And who wins the NBA Finals? And how many games? Sound off in the chat. If you're just tuning in, we will be bringing the game audio in soon as the game starts. This is the pregame show. Let me know who you think is going to win this game tonight. Do you have the Indiana Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunder? If you're on YouTube, check out the poll. Right now, we're just waiting for the commercials. Game's about to start soon. You know how the NBA does it. They're never on time. They say 8:30 is a tip-off. NBA is always about 15 to 20 minutes late. If you're just joining on a live stream, let me know where you're tuning in from. Put it in the chat. Say what up and let me know where you're from. Now, big ass water bottle, man. I'm dehydrated, gang. All good though. Gonna be a dope live stream, man. We live streaming NBA Finals Game 1. The Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. We got the NBA MVP, SGA, versus the player who was voted most overrated player in the NBA, That is Tyrese Halliburton. We got a team that's killer in transition, the Indiana Pacers, who have a lot of pace, funny enough, who can score at the drop of a dime, and who can kill you off of turnovers, versus the #1 defense in the NBA, and a historic defense this season at that, the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC, you got NBA All-Defensive First Team Lou Dort, who's most likely going to be guarding Siakam. That's going to be a key matchup to watch. If you are an NBA fan, if you are a basketball fan, this is a great series to watch. It's going to be all about fundamentals. It's all going to be all about coaches' adjustments. It's going to be about fundamental basketball, mid-range, defense. If you're just joining, let me know who you got winning game 1 of the NBA Finals. Again, we will be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. So if you watch with me, like, follow, subscribe, wherever you're at. We got K America who says OKC. So you got OKC winning game 1. I got OKC as well. Hey, KUSA. Where in America you from, man? Let me know where you're hailing from, man. And let me know who you got as your NBA Finals MVP, and who do you think will win the series? And in how many games? Okay, tip-off is about to start soon. We will be bringing game audio in soon. Game is about to start. We ready? We live. Again, to anybody who just started watching, NBA Finals Game 1 live stream. We got the Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. We are in Oklahoma City for Game 1. And we'll be bringing game audio in soon.
And boy, are they ready.
Okay. Game audio win. Of course, NBA tip-off is always late. They are never on time, but this time they're not that late. Only 10 minutes late. Okay, game is started. Let's go.
This is what every player dreams about.
Again, if you're just watching, let me know where you're hailing from. Let me know where you're from. Sound off in the chat who you got winning game 1, Oklahoma City or Indiana Pacers.
There's Wallace, the 21-year-old, getting his final start. Lou Dort, first shot, won't go.
Lou Dort, first shot. Goes for 3 misses.
Mike, that is an enormous change for Oklahoma City. And Hartenstein, he is their best screener. And
got the scoreboard of mine. We got OKC on the board. It's 2-0 right now. Yeah, let me bring that sound in.
going to the cup.
Let me know if y'all can hear the sound.
Pascal Siakam poked away, but he gets it back, knocked away a second time, a third time. Siakam gets it back.
Game sound should be in. Let me know if you can hear the sound. Thanks for letting me know, Willie. Let me know where you're from and who you got winning the NBA Finals, man.
There's that swarming defense already from OKC. Yeah, that defense, it's
Scoreboard not working either, man. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm gonna take the scoreboard down for now. If for some reason it doesn't want to work today. Lou Dort pulls up, misses. Game sound keeps coming in and out, man.
Hit hard to Turner. Turner inside, blocked, but a foul. Holmgren got it with his hands, but the body committed the foul, and 2 free throws for Miles Turner.
And you see J-Dub just steps into it. Pascal's got to give him a little bit of space, but that's where OKC is so good. They get that ball, they push it up. Shea's trailing behind. They're not fully matched up. This is the confidence that OKC has to knock down shots in transition, to trust each other to take those moments.
The switch in lineup makes you smaller, but it also makes you faster. These two teams, two of the
What's going on with the
fastest
scoreboard, man?
highest scoring, and best at taking care of the basketball.
I gotta troubleshoot while I'm here.
On different ends of the floor.
Willie, you got OKC. Nice. I got OKC winning game 1-2. How many games you got OKC winning in? And who do you think is going to be NBA MVP? NBA Finals MVP.
They've adjusted to us because you're looking for, even if it's artificial confidence, you're looking for something to give you a mental edge.
I'm going to troubleshoot real quick.
Lou Dort. Williams had some great games in the conference final. Turns, shoots, can't get it. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Siakam was the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals in a 6-game victory against New York. East pick up top. Halliburton guarded by Jalen Williams. Siakam has the height advantage and quickly goes to the rim.
That may be the biggest strategic thing for the Indiana Pacers. Pascal Siakam punishing smaller players.
Wallace penetrates wide open. Lou Dort can't get it. Nembhard brings it the other way. Nembhard trying to go coast to coast, bumped by Dort, and a travel. Looked like they hit each other's feet, but it's called a travel.
So OKC is a hard team.
Willie said SGA and 4. That's crazy. So you think the Thunder are going to sweep the Pacers, man? You don't think the Pacers are going to get at least one? Not even one?
Alexander lost the handle and out of bounds.
Really, man, you must live in OKC.
Pacer ball.
Well, and you're talking about Pascal. That's the one player that you look at.
You don't live in OKC, do you?
Like he's the one matchup problem for them. They have multiple defenders, and everyone's going to get a chance to see him, but he's just so big and athletic.
Neesmith tries to get inside. Dort. Great ball denial. Turnover. And they turn it over right back. Holmgren mad at himself.
About the scoreboard, man.
Too far ahead. Not only are the Thunder force more turnovers, they commit the fewest, and that is lethal
I get what's
for the
going on.
opponents. Nembhard. Nembhard looking, finds Siakam. Wallace on him again, the height advantage. And Siakam once again knocks it down.
Siakam hits.
That's the thing. He's not even going to try and play bully ball. He got to his spot elevated. The other time there's no one around.
Apologies for the technical difficulties with the scoreboard. Looks like it should be working now.
Oklahoma City, the three-point ball, part of their arsenal as Turner gets that to go, but not a major part. Different from a lot of the top.
Oh, you from Hamilton, Ontario, man. Shout out to you, man. We got Canada in the building, man. You got to be proud then, man. Just let you know, man, I was born in Toronto, so I'm Canadian too. Shout out to you, gang. You must be proud, man. You got a Hamilton native SGA as your MVP and leading his team to the finals, man. And not only that, we got 4 Canadians in the NBA finals, if y'all didn't know. Andrew Nembhard is Canadian. SGA obviously is Canadian. Lou Dort is Canadian. And Mathurin is Canadian as well, too. So we got 2 players on each team are Canadian.
Elevates over a defender. We got a tie game with 7 to go in the first.
Score right now is 10-10. To anybody watching, what up to anybody who's watching? This is the NBA Finals, Game 1. We're doing the live stream. If you just started watching, let me know who you got winning this game, Game 1. Do you have the Indiana Pacers, the Oklahoma City Thunder? And if you're rocking with me, follow me on whatever platform you're on. We're going to be streaming the entire NBA Finals this year. Game 1 through 7, if there is 7. We're going to be streaming every single game. And shout out to you for watching. Right now we're on commercial break. We'll be bringing the audio back in as soon as the game's back. While the game's away, let's take a look at some team stats. Ain't load yet. Bam, bam, bam. Right now we're on commercial break. It is tied 10-10. Bum, 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 bum.
So many clutch time
Game's
wins,
back.
a lot of terrific comebacks, second in the NBA in scoring, and in the playoffs, #1 in field goal percentage, #1 in three-point percentage, and now they're up against this elite defense.
So I'm trying to fix our scoreboard.
Missing their first 4, knocked down the last 4.
Looks like we good for now. Okay, game is back. If we just started watching, we are streaming NBA Finals Game 1.
Williams jumpers off. Halliburton quickly into the front court. Halliburton picked up by SGA. See how the ball moves often without even touching the floor. Topping on the drive. Shot clock at 6 and throws it in the backcourt. And that's going to be another turnover. That's 3 turnovers so far for Indiana. Rick Carlisle, the veteran.
The audio is going to be slightly behind for the stream. Slightly behind the live game.
He was with the Pacers.
Right now, score is Oklahoma City Thunder 12 to Indiana Pacers 10.
Also won a title as a player with the Celtics. He's been in this situation quite a bit.
Oh, I had him as a coach in Dallas in the postseason, and I played against them in the Eastern Conference Finals when he was the head coach of Detroit. I've had some battles with Rick Carlisle, and he will keep you on your toes.
As will that man, Gilgeous Alexander with his 3rd field goal. He's got 7 of their 12 points, the NBA's leading scorer. Halliburton. Nembhard gets in the paint, finds Turner, ball poked away There's the double teams and the active hands. Dort that time. Gilgeous-Alexander, jump shot off the mark. Rebound, Dort comes out of the pack, surrounded by 3 Pacers. Holmgren inside. Lots of contact there, and it's going to go the other way. Well, we've seen throughout the playoffs that the officials have let a lot of contact go. You kind of establish a little bit of the way you're going to call it early on.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes of every game. Who are my officials? How well do I know them? What are they going to allow?
Turner steps back. The big man can shoot threes. Not that time. Good boxing out from Jalen Williams. Williams an all-star this year. All-NBA. NBA all-defense. And a foul before the shot attempt. Shepard called for his first. And a side out for OKC.
Let's watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's footwork on this drive. But let's also remember, he's playing against his countryman and good friend. Watch Nembhard release.
There you go.
He knows Shai is trying to draw contact.
Okay, we got the scoreboard
here
fixed.
It's the balance and the shot making of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander, Nembhard, and Dort all
SGA got the ball back to Chet.
in the Olympics in Paris this past summer. Lost in the quarterfinals. Mason Wallace, quick release, can't get it to go. Dort tips it out. Offensive rebound. Holmgren can't finish. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Obi Toppin and the Pacers. Not on the shot.
I'm gonna lie, this game has been pretty close so far, man.
A rebound pursuit by Dort.
And if you're Obi Toppin, you got to wake up. You got to wake up because you're giving up multiple offensive opportunities to them. Look, Lou Dort is just outworking Obi Toppin, and that's before the first initiation tip out. Lou Dort doesn't have the athleticism or the size that Obi Toppin does, and he's already got 6 rebounds.
Good shit.
Gilgeous-Alexander splits the defense inside. Gorgeous move from SGA. He's got 9 early points.
Hartenstein checks in, sets an incredible screen, and then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does the rest. So we talked about it. Hartenstein
Why can't I see
is
this
the
shit?
best screener Mark Daigneault's ever coached. He gets this guy free.
The real Johnny C, man, you can't show that shit, it'll get taken down. You gotta read the caption, guy. Reading skills are essential.
Travel.
It says live reaction.
It used to be this grand adventure. You didn't know who you'd meet or what you'd discover. And over time, it became less of an adventure and more of a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a
Okay, we're gonna take the game audio away. Right now we on commercial break. Right now, we got a pretty evenly matched game so far. We got just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder's leading by 4. If this game continues like this, it's probably going to be a pretty low scoring game. For anybody tuning in, I cannot show the game footage. So if you don't like that, dip out. It's game audio only, and it's a live play-by-play reaction. Team will be back shortly.
On Richard.
I want to show you why that first three by Nembhard was so uncharacteristic, because this is the normal defense that we see from OKC. Look at them load up, point and talk. There is nowhere to go. They're above the free throw line, all matched up. He sees Chet Holmgren there, knows he can't go in for a layup, and then stops and gets the turnover.
Alex Caruso in.
Indiana has the ball.
Isaiah Joe. DJ McConnell comes in. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it away first. Caruso the second time. They just suffocate and swarm you. Constant deflection.
Caruso knocks it away. Indiana Pacers still have the ball.
But the windows close fast against OKC.
8 on the shot clock. McConnell super sub. Both teams have just terrific benches. Halliburton misses the three. Caruso the rebound. One of the reasons they can come at you defensively in waves for OKC and constantly run for Indiana is the depth that both teams have. Halliburton had some magnificent games.
Hallie has the ball.
Finals. And they were out of bounds. Another turnover. That's 5 turnovers. And there's still 4.
Silly turnover.
Here in the first.
But one key about the Mike, a couple of them have been dead ball. It's the live ball turnovers that are especially detrimental.
SGA got it.
Isaiah Joe on the bounce. Pulls up, jump shot. Got it. He's one of their best three-point shooters. Got a great stroke and a 6-point lead for the Thunder. McConnell, such a spark off the bench, searching. There's Halliburton, goes inside, deflected by Hartenstein. Obi Toppin, double team. Another turnover from Toppin. And it's going to be a backcourt violation. At 6 turnovers.
Backcourt violation.
Indiana. And because of the turnovers right now, you're right, Doris. OKC's not scoring on them, but they also have taken 8 more shots. Alexander
SGA got the rock.
Throws it up. Hartenstein this time his jump pass was not good.
That was a bad miss.
McConnell. Halliburton. A little push shot nails the three-pointer.
Halliburton for 3.
Need Halliburton to be aggressive to score, because if he's just aggressive to pass, like you said, Doris, these windows close quickly. On that last possession, there were multiple deflections. He's got to be aggressive to score to open up the pass against this team.
Hartenstein, as SGA goes back door. Good ball movement here. Caruso, open 3. It's good.
Caruso open 3. Bang.
Under 3 for 6 from long range. Obi Toppin, another turnover.
Turnover. Indiana Pacers turnover.
Well in the playoffs.
OKC got the ball back.
And now 7 turnovers for the Pacers. SGA jump shot short. Toppin holding on. Siakam comes to help. And a moving screen call on Siakam. Take that.
Moving screen.
Now, Mike, I'm going to say something, and everybody in Indiana is going to talk about it. They might have to slow down for a second. Slow down, catch your breath, everything. So even for the Pacers, if they're moving at a 9
not really moving screen.
They're moving at 10, 11
We
right
just
now.
ran into him.
Jump in the air to make passes, making these uncharacteristic mistakes. They've got to slow down and take a deep breath.
He likes to take different takes, don't you think? Michelob Ultra Zero, bringing fans chances to win prizes throughout the NBA playoffs. Scan for your chance to win. And a turnover this end, this time for the Thunder. That's their 3rd. But if you're Indiana and you look at that turnover number and realize you're only down 6, you've got to feel pretty good. You have not played well. And it's just 19-13. McConnell sneaks inside like he always does. Banks it home. Hartenstein fakes, now drives. Lost it momentarily. Using his offhand. Blocked the foul. Turner to the foul. Hartenstein with the 2 free throws.
Once T.J. McConnell got healthy, his ankles were bothering him early, and it impacted his
Okay,
ability
just a little
to
bit
do
over a
this.
minute 30 left in the
guy is
quarter.
Incredible, getting to his spots on the floor off the bench. A lot of times it's to that sweet spot, 10, 15 feet. That time he goes right to the cup.
Hartenstein in his first year, signed a 3-year deal. As for the Thunder, this is his 16th in 7 years. He's making more money this season than he did in his first 6. Sometimes it takes players a little longer to find their niche in the NBA. Boys, he found it. Did it with New York last year, and he's been the perfect fit with the Thunder.
Well, he made the money this year with the New York Knicks. He was outstanding with them in New York. And I guarantee you, when you show all the jerseys he's worn, there's going to be a lot of teams and fans being like, we had this guy on our roster and we couldn't figure it out.
McConnell. Benedict Mathurin, who can be a good scorer off the bench.
Benedict Mathurin, another
Thomas
Canadian.
Bryant out there. Nimhard. Air ball.
Nimhard air ball.
Indiana 2 for 8 from 3. SGA stops, continues, layup.
SGA pull up.
Ball.
Miss.
Side backs home the follow.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are really trying to pull away here.
Here in the first.
Closing out the quarter extremely strong.
OKC in some sort of zone.
Hartenstein the foul. They say before the shot.
Pascal Siakam wants to end one.
Told us before
I'm
the
not giving
game
it to him.
is, don't underestimate how good Indiana's defense is. We've got to play with force offensively. They have all played with a level of assertiveness and aggressiveness, be it off the glass, trying to get
Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. We're live streaming, doing live reaction. Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Working on for a year and a half. They were a great offensive team last year, but were inconsistent at the other end. Mathurin drives, goes right inside, blocked from behind by Caruso. The help defense is off the charts. SGA pull up, got it.
SGA pull up. Got it. Money.
Timeout Dallas, or timeout Indiana. Rick Carlisle's old team.
Man said timeout Dallas. We're in OKC. You good?
You have an opportunity. You see multiple defenders coming and attacking. And look, no pen, no paper, but this man knows how to draw attention. Shea knocking down the mid-range and loving it.
About to go on commercial break. You know, for the first part of the quarter, it was pretty evenly matched. It's pretty much mano a mano, but at this point, Oklahoma City Thunder has pulled away a little bit. A couple turnovers. Right now, the Indiana Pacers have 8 turnovers to only 3 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Oklahoma City Thunder are really starting to force some pressure on the Indiana Pacers, causing those turnovers, those easy points. In terms of field goal percentage, they're pretty even. Oklahoma City is shooting 42% from the field. Indiana's shooting 43%. But it's really 3-point that's really making the difference right now. Oklahoma City Thunder is 50% from 3-point right now. And the Indiana Pacers are 25%.
City game 1, and what we've seen all season from the Thunder, spectacular defense. They forced 8 turnovers. As the Pacers
Well,
have
we
more
bike.
turnovers and field goals
We
made.
bike, we bike.
Final minute.
39. I cannot show the game, unfortunately. They will take this shit down with the quickness, my guy, but we can do audio.
Jumper's good. Always in attack mode. Hartenstein, who came off the bench for the first time in these playoffs, drives inside. Layup is good, and a foul. Used the
And
layup.
one. Hartenstein.
The lefty with a beautiful move and a chance for a 3-point play.
So in Minnesota, there's a point at which I was like, I want Isaiah Hartenstein.
The Thunder
to
are
start
doing their
thinking
best to try to
about his
pull away
own
in this game.
offense. And tonight, he has been aggressive from the outset. What they're anticipating is the dribble handoffs because he's such a good facilitator. But spin off that defender, get to the cup, show him your right hand.
Shout out to anybody who's watching, no matter what platform you're on.
Can pass He credits that when he was a kid. His dad coached him.
Like,
His dad was a
subscribe,
coach
follow,
and a
all
player.
that.
And in the games they played, on 1/4 of every game, he was not allowed to shoot. No shots that
Harkenstein hits both, hits and one. The extra free throw.
Meanwhile, I'll tell Little Rich to shoot it every time he touches it.
Obi Toppin catches, fires, and hits the
Obi
three.
Toppin wide open.
That's
Got it.
Good. Had a couple of turnovers early. Knocks that one down.
Foul on SG. Right, foul on, what was that? Andrew
This is
Nemhard.
something I love that Indiana does. They push up and pressure, but you can tell OKC has
SG is
been
going to the line.
anticipating that. Their screening positioning in the backcourt has been on point already.
So in the penalty.
SGA with 11 points already.
Free throws. OKC has taken 3. Indiana just 2 here in the first. It's time for Try It free throws.
It's the first.
YouTube TV. Scan the QR code to unlock your 21-day free trial to get your favorite sports and live TV in one.
We're slightly behind the real game.
Always, when you start a new series, there's a filling out process because often the opponent that you play in the next series is so different from the previous one. What are you seeing from both teams in figuring this out?
Well, I think Indiana is learning how small these gaps are that you can make.
They count an MVP.
And even you go one more level, changing that starting
Oh, he misses the
lineup
second one.
right before the
In and
game,
out.
That's another mentality thing.
All right, we got 20
I like
seconds
that for
left.
Indiana, but also I think it gave OKC the speed to be effective.
Live stream is slightly behind the real game.
Halliburton guarded by Dort.
Halliburton got the rock. Looks like he's about to take that last shot.
Neesmith.
Nope, passes it off.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Turnover again.
Final second.
SGA got it.
Gilgeous-Alexander 1 second. Gets it off in time. Back shot won't go. And that will end the first.
SGA misses the last shot.
Off the turnover.
Okay, the first quarter is officially over.
Indiana against
The Oklahoma City Thunder lead 29-20.
The league MVP did it on the offensive end with 12 points. First quarter complete here in game 1. 9-point lead for OKC.
All right, end of the first quarter. So far, we got OKC leading. Oklahoma City Thunder kind of extended that lead towards the end of that first quarter, even though it was close in the beginning. Right now, you got SGA with 12 points. On the Pacers side, you got Pascal Siakam with 4 points, and you got Miles Turner with 3 points, Tyrese Halliburton with 3 points. Overall, pretty close game, except for the end of the first quarter where the Oklahoma City came alive a little bit, forced a little bit more turnovers. Let's see what we got for turnovers right now. Looks like that Oklahoma City Thunder, that #1 rated defense, is really giving the Indiana Pacers a hard time. The Indiana Pacers have 9 turnovers already just in the first quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder have only had 3. Right now, 3-point shooting. The Indiana Pacers are 3 for 9. They're shooting 33% from three-pointer. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are 3 for 6. They're shooting 50% from 3 right now. But right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are getting a lot of their points in the paint, in the mid-range right now. You know how Shea does it. It's a mid-range monster. And they're forcing a lot of turnovers. They've already forced 9 turnovers on the Indiana Pacers. You know, turnovers, defense is going to be the big factor in this game. If the Indiana Pacers can reduce the amount of turnovers or first turnovers on the OKC Thunder, I think they have a real shot to win this game. But you're not going to win this with 9 turnovers in the first quarter. You're just not. You cannot have a game with 15 to 20 turnovers against the Oklahoma City Thunder and expect to win that game. It's just not going to happen. We'll be bringing the game audio in as soon as the second quarter starts. And to everybody who keep asking, man, we can't show the actual game on here, so don't ask again. If you want to see the game, man, go watch it yourself.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you here in America. It's keeping our line affordable and tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling road. We've had fun. So you can get the car you want at the price you want. Knowing Nissan is here for you.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Road Sports Pack.
We bike.
Turnovers hurt you guys in that first quarter. Just how do you clean that up?
Yeah, we just got to settle into the game. Too many dumb turnovers right now. They're a good defensive team, but I think a lot of them are unforced, so we got to be better on that end.
The first finals for most of you guys, you mentioned settling in. Just how do you do that? Manage the emotions of all of it?
Yeah, I think, experiencing it. We got
Obi Toppin is hot right now, man.
We got to be able to respond.
All right, thanks for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Mike.
All right, Lisa, Obi Toppin responding, hit a couple of threes after that rough start. A.J. Mitchell getting some interesting early minutes. The rookie from UC Santa Barbara. Wiggins.
Oh, nice move.
At home. Wiggins in for the first time. Only one starter in there right now for Indiana, Siakam. So it's Toppin, Shepard, Mathurin, and McConnell. Again, good movement with the ball, but the defense matching. Toppin short that time. Hartenstein.
Toppin heat check.
But he's making an impact.
He's just so smart, Mike. Excellent defensive rebounder, excellent offensive rebounder, and you can facilitate through him.
Williams jump shot too strong. Top of the rebound. Then the Pacers will
Williams break that jump shot.
Thunder always look to get back.
Williams is going to have an important game too if the Oklahoma City Thunder want to win this.
Nice lob pass. Stripped by Caruso, but a foul. He does not like the call. Mark Daigneault looking up at the big screen.
Caruso wants him to review and challenge it.
Challenge here.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And he shouldn't.
Why was Alex's face like that? This is my thing on these plays, and it's
I
happened
mean,
to bigs. It's happened to so many players. If
he got a ball, but he also got hand too.
catch high, keep high. They are coming.
Pause.
Their
That was crazy.
deflections, their steals. If you keep that in your Pascal Siakam, put it up.
Well, time for tonight's upcoming national TV schedule, brought to you by American Express. WNBA on ABC Saturday, Las Vegas at Golden State, 3 Eastern time, and then ABC Sunday, Game 2, a little earlier start, 8 Eastern time, right back here in Oklahoma City.
The other point of those entry passes, Richard, is the window closes fast. So, if you got a ball fake it to enter it, little bounce pass, whatever it takes. But if Pascal has an advantage, you've got to find.
The Pacers are full court pressing, man. They are not playing.
It's just a 6-point game. Caruso, though, comes flying in.
Caruso to the rack.
Energy off the bench. The other new addition to this team. Williams called for a foul. That's going to be his first.
Alex Caruso, the one player with championship experience on OKC. Plays aggressive defensive end, but what I like about him is you never call him
OKC,
and he'll end the game with 10.
Pascal Siakam has experience on the Indiana Pacers.
Shot won't go. Caruso tips it. Finals game Caruso played in was 2020 Game 6 with the Lakers. He started that game. Caruso drives and draws the foul on Shepard.
Caruso's going to the line.
I talked about it. You don't have to call a play for him. This is a simple throw ahead. He looks at the defender, goes at his body with a simple crossover, and that's the part about having a player like Caruso come off your bench. Elite defensively, but also he finds ways to be aggressive scoring.
So he played in the finals. Obviously, Pascal Siakam, who played great for Toronto in their 2019 title run. He played in the finals.
Yep.
Bryant actually played 29 seconds, but he played in the finals with Denver on their 2023 run. So only 3 players on these rosters have ever played in a finals game.
Is that going to manifest in some way in particular, Richard?
No, I wouldn't think so, because Alex Caruso, again, you talk about the voice in the locker room. He's going to tell the players what it's like. Same thing with Pascal Siakam. He's won a G League championship. Yeah. He's won an NBA championship. So all these players are pretty much experiencing this for the first time.
Siakam said he's going to tell his teammates there's a lot more people around during the finals. Shepard fires away and hits the 3. We've got a number of players who shoot the ball well from downtown. Again, they're the #1 3-point shooting team in this postseason. Einstein won't go. Mitchell, offensive rebound.
Parkinson blocked.
Wiggins tries. Too strong. Mitchell tips it right to Shepard.
Trying to get it to Pascal.
He's got Wiggins on him. Good defender, but a height advantage for Siakam. Falling away, jumper. Einstein grabs it.
Siakam misses. Hartenstein with the rebound.
Points and 4 rebounds off the bench already. Jalen Williams using the left.
Williams to the rack.
And more free throws for the Thunder.
Richard, you and I were talking about this. Pascal,
He will go to the line.
so important. His ability to flex into different matchup advantages. The offense runs through Jalen Williams.
And Jalen Williams has grown so much over the course of this season. But when you still look at him compared to Pascal Siakam,
That's the first one.
the size difference that Pascal has. There's a full advantage that Pascal has against pretty much everyone in his position on OKC.
Siakam's also in amazing condition. Just runs nonstop all game long. As Williams, his second free throw. Williams is 24 years old. This is his 3rd year. As Richard said, boy, as he blossomed, he has become one of the great co-stars
Williams is both
in the NBA. Turner back in. Shepard running, firing. Turner offensive rebound, knocked out of his hands.
in and out, in and out. OKC got the ball.
Mitchell rifles a pass to Holmgren. Shot won't go, but a foul. As Turner
Holmgren fouled. He will head to the line.
Heck of a pass from Mitchell.
Holmgren, Chet's been pretty quiet tonight
Indiana again.
from an offensive standpoint.
Moving the ball. Great shot there. Good quality shot, but you got to catch high, keep high. That's exactly what I said. You can't bring that ball down against this team. They will get steals and deflections.
And they made the call on Shepard.
Here's the first one.
Shepard picks up his 3rd. Turner still has 1.
As soon as you bring that ball down, it is over. It is over against this team. The referees know it. The players know it. And one thing I like about what Rick Carlisle did, he just did a hockey substitution. He took everybody out. And in order to keep his guys fresh, Dagnall took 3 players out. So you can already see adjustments in the way they're substituting.
Both teams have played the wear them down game throughout the season.
One thing I like about both these coaches is that they make adjustments. These are some extremely smart coaches in the finals.
I remember he's missed 50 games during the regular season with that hip injury.
This is what the Knicks want with their new coach.
That's what Hartenstein was.
Adjustments. Halliburton has the ball.
11-point lead. Equals the largest here in the first half. Neesmith inside. Nice entry pass. Turner can't get it. Follow blocked by Dort. Knocked out of bounds, but a foul.
But
Miles Turner going to the line.
Talking about the entry passes. It's got to be quick. And this is just a ball reversal to an
To anybody who started watching, man, let me know where you're from in the chat. And let me know who you got winning game 1.
good second.
Also, like, follow, subscribe, etc., etc. We'll be streaming all of the NBA Finals.
More than Miles Turner, his entire 10-year career with Indiana. And it hasn't always been easy. He had his ups and downs, injuries, trade rumors. Teams had stretches where they got swept in the playoffs last year.
Turner hits the first.
He was very emotional after clinching the Eastern Conference Championship the other night and getting his first NBA Finals appearance.
Well, no, it is beautiful to watch Turner. He's one of those guys that has always put that time in. Name always in trade rumors, but he shows up every day like a professional, and he's being rewarded here with the Finals appearance.
And healthy the last 2 years, that's the key. Mitchell got it back. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Wallace goes at Halliburton. Double clutch, can't get it. Turner the rebound.
Oh, he missed. Turner rebound. Oh, OKC got it back. Pull up 3. Miss. On rebound. This is all over the place, man.
Halliburton, nice fake, launches that
Ooh, Halliburton.
It's good.
Money.
Halliburton with his second 3. And even with all the turnovers,
And the Pacers are closing that gap again.
So if Halliburton's playing, there's a high screen.
All right, we got timeout. Commercial
You
break.
said it, Richard. He's not a guy who needs the ball to dominate. He's always unselfish, willing to share it, but he also has to be dynamic. I don't care what it looks like, folks. Don't mess with the shot. Hallie cooking from three.
So this is interesting. Both coaches made changes. They took some of their starters out to rest them. And in doing that, Indiana Pacers closed the gap a little bit against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder are now only up by 6. We'll see what happens. But let's check out what's going on with these stats, man. Let's take a look at what's going on. So on the boards, Oklahoma City are leading with 17 rebounds. Indiana Pacers got 16, so it's pretty even in terms of rebounds. Right now for turnovers, it's still a large deficit in terms of turnovers. Indiana Pacers have 11 turnovers, while the Oklahoma City Thunder only have 3. But the Indiana Pacers have improved their three-point shooting. They were only shooting 33% at the end of the first, and now they're shooting 42%. And we got the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are shooting 50%, only shooting 3 for 6, and now they're shooting 37% from 3. So as the game goes on, it's getting a lot closer. The coaches are adjusting to each other's game plan, and it looks like those substitutions got the game a little bit closer. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the second quarter. I'll expect SGA to be subbed back in, along with Chet. Sorry, Chet is already on there. We want SGA to be subbed back in. I think that's what will happen there. In terms of scoring leaders, on the Indiana Pacers, we have Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton tied with 6 points. On the OKC Thunder, we have SGA leading with 12 points in scoring. We have Isaiah Hartenstein with 7, and we got Alex Caruso with 7 off the bench as well, too. Chet Holmgren got 4, Jalen Williams got 5. Right now, we're on commercial break. We will be bringing the audio in as soon as the game comes back. But right now, it's 39-33. If you're just watching the stream right now, let me know who you got winning this game. Do you have the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Indiana Pacers? And let me know who wins it in how many games. Who wins this series? Excuse me, gang. Game should be back soon. We got just over 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Visible.
Game back.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, Miles. Yeah, Miles. Go, roll. Come back to me. Come back to me. Yeah, P. Right here to your right. P. My fault. I'm getting off it too easy. Here we go. Win this minute. Hey, win this minute, P. Win this minute. I'm settled in now. I was a little antsy. Too quick. I can breathe now.
He always plays with such a joy as Gilgeous-Alexander knocks that
As Jay just pulls up his one.
Joyful playing against this Thunder defense, though, right now.
No, but I love what he said. Even when the fastest playing teams know that they need to slow down a beat, but that's part of being in the finals for the first time. Your heart's racing, adrenaline's pumping.
Smith with 5 to shoot. Gets off a three-pointer. Can't get to the fall. Holmgren the rebound.
Pretty incredible to think. 6 offensive rebounds for this OKC team. 11 turnovers forced. So that's 17 extra chances. And yet Indiana down 6 through all of that.
It's kind of the story of their season, Doris. They hang around. Sometimes it's not pretty, but they've got a special fight in them all season long. Coming back
they really do.
Start. Coming back from a lot of playoff games.
Nembhard
draws the foul. That's going to be
Nembhard will go to the line.
First team All-NBA defense this
Canadian
year.
on
First time
Canadian,
he made
huh?
One of those teams, and much deserved.
And I love this by Nembhard. Look, he takes his time. And look, you got to be physical with Dort. You got to put that shoulder into the middle of his chest, and only because his arm was down. Dort's got to be
And Lou
smarter
Dort is
with
such a
that
good
one
defender.
foul. Now he has two, going straight up.
Well, first free throw goes down. 8 miles, just 8 miles from here. Devon Park in Oklahoma City. Game 2 of the Women's College World Series currently airing on ESPN. Texas leading the best of 3 series 1-0 after the come-from-behind win. A game attended by our very own Richard Jefferson.
Not just me. My kids
It's
were
the first,
there.
miss the
They had a
second.
great time. So much fun. Any opportunity you get to support women's sports or take your kids to go support women's sports, go do it. It was amazing.
BB, the camera-shy Richard Jefferson. I turned on the TV.
Oh, I missed
the
layup.
first thing I see, he's on camera.
Well, I was just showing my love to the softball community. They know how much I love them.
Offensive foul. Nembhard. 2 fouls on Nembhard.
Well, Isaiah Joe just trying to anticipate where he's going on the floor. And just gets into his path. Takes it square in the chest. Really well done.
That's one of his strengths. Excellent at drawing charges. Another one of those players off the bench. They've got second-round players, undrafted players come off the bench that might start for other teams. But to fill their role here, Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA. He pulled up for 3. He ain't his shit.
Halliburton racing up the floor, leans in, tried to draw a foul on Holmgren. Neesmith kicks it out in the corner. Nembhard, three-pointer missed. They're 6 of 16. 16 of their 27 shots have come from 3. High dribble there from Wallace, gets the shot off, but can't get it to go, and then commits a foul.
Boy, did you see the individual defense of Aaron Neesmith? This guy is so good. He's big. He is strong. He has got lateral speed. Just staying in front. Fighting him every step of the way. We talk about OKC being physical and being handsy. Well,
That's some
Mr.
great-ass
Neesmith
defense,
equal
man.
to that task.
Oh, I'm telling you that Cleveland is having nightmares. They
Lee Smith on the line, he'll shoot 2.
And attack them. That backcourt of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, they put so much pressure on them. They're ready for anything.
Redeem this NBA 2K25 locker code. Add 100 overall player to your My Team lineup. As Neesmith hits the first. Neesmith, of course, had that spectacular game 1 against the Knicks and hit those 3-pointers in that amazing comeback that completely turned that series around, even just in game 1. The interesting thing is when he got out of Vanderbilt, the scouting report on him on some of the draft things, he wasn't a good defender. Now he's one of the better defenders.
Nope.
You'd be
He
surprised
still
how
misses a
good of
second.
defense you'll play when you're trying to survive in this
Oklahoma
league,
gets it
Mike.
back. Pascal Siakam to the lane. Woo!
Finishes, beautiful move. Ball kept alive off the missed free throw. And the Pacers back within 4. Showing that grit once again.
Pacers keep closing that gap, man. They do not want to die, man. Pacers like some goddamn cockroaches. Cannot kill them. Lou Dort, corner 3. Got it. Money.
His first field goal. Halliburton.
Tyrese has it.
Look at Holmgren trying to guard him. Holmgren moves his feet so well for a big man. Ball again, poked away.
Another turnover.
Passing lanes are narrow in OKC. Gilgeous-Alexander
SGA
can't
pulls
get
up.
the ball.
Boy, he's
Miss.
over-aggressive. 11 shots in the first quarter, and he's doing the same thing here. This might be
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Another turnover.
Another turnover foul on Miles Turner.
And there's still 4
OKC gets the ball back
in the second.
again. And this is why OKC is so dangerous, man. On both sides, man. They first turnovers all the time.
And look, he's trying to get that post
Now,
up,
this is just a mistake on Miles Turner.
and that's
Nah,
just
you
not
can't do that,
smart.
gang.
You got to use your body. You've got to be smart with it. That's an easy call, especially for the official.
Trying to fight for position.
Very calculated with how you attack them with their aggression.
Knocks down SGA.
Turner, 7-point lead for the Thunder.
SGA got the rock right now.
Plenty of
Home
space.
green, corner 3.
Can't hit the 3.
Miss.
Ball batted around, stolen by Dort.
They steal it back. Oh, my days.
Gilgeous-Alexander hesitated, now gets into the paint.
Caruso back to SGA. Williams.
on the drive.
Lou Dort, corner three. Got it. His money. Every time Indiana tries to get close and close that gap, OKC says nope. All right, we're on commercial break. Man, this Oklahoma City Thunder, man, they are defensively so hard to beat. They make you think there's a passing lane or that there's something available. And as soon as you let that ball go, there's defenders swarming that thing, man, taking that away. The story of this game so far has been the turnovers by the Pacers. And even with all their turnovers, they're still in the game somehow. Right now, the Indiana Pacers already have 15 turnovers. 15 turnovers. Luckily, they're only down by 10 because the Indiana Pacers are still a dangerous team. They've still been shooting pretty well from three, even though they had a pretty poor start. But OKC has 3 turnovers, and the Indiana Pacers have 15. So that number 1 overall defense is really coming in clutch right now. They are facing turnover after turnover. Indiana Pacers are making just silly and just messy mistakes, and they're giving OKC a lot of extra shots and a lot of extra points. Right now, in terms of rebounds, it's pretty even. It's OKC has 20 rebounds total. Indiana Pacers have around 23. But the main story of this game and the reason why Oklahoma City Thunder right now are leading by 10 is definitely that turnover ratio, man. And this is why Oklahoma City is such a crazy defensive team and why they're so dangerous, man. They literally have forced 5 times the amount of turnovers that they've committed themselves. So if Indiana wants to have a chance at winning this game, man, they really need to reduce those turnovers. You're not going to win this game in OKC with 15 and 20 turnovers this game. Honestly, right now they're on pace to have 30 turnovers. It's crazy. You are not going to win this game having 30 turnovers. Not in OKC. Right now we're on commercial break and we'll be coming back soon. We back soon. It's on commercial break. We'll be bringing game audio back in. We bike.
Draymond Green plus music from multi-platinum artist Dollar Sign.
Draymond Green got sent to Cancun in round 2.
Let's listen to Rick Carlisle.
Listen, 50-50 balls, all right? Rebounding, all right? And ball security down there. You can't dribble into a crowd against this team, right? Can't throw
You
tight
cannot.
passes against this team, all right? Make the adjustment. If you get an angle on whether the defender's driving hard, blow up.
These teams are making adjustments all season.
The Pacers are used to playing the Knicks for the last 6 games, and the Knicks defensively were extremely poor.
That's how
Okay.
OKC Thunder are not the Knicks.
Okay.
I'm not buying it for a second.
Mathurin, Wallace keeps them in front.
Halliburton got it.
Clock at 5.
Siakam, you got to shoot.
Williams right in front of him. Siakam contested shot.
Fade away.
Short on
Air ball.
Right there, knocked away. And a
Shot clock.
24-second violation. It's like they have 6 guys out there on defense.
Boy, the initial defense on Pascal by Jalen, so good. Look at the challenge that he gets
my
on
days.
that shot.
It might have been a foul, though. SGA got the rock. Caruso, corner 3.
Rebound
Miss.
deflected, picked up by Mathurin. Neesmith shaken up slow to get up down the other end.
Oh, my God. Another turnover. Oh, my days.
Right into Neesmith. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Pacers get the ball back. Man, another turnover, man. These guys swarm like bees, bro. Like,
And this is off the Mathurin steal right here. That's the perfect charge. He was slow to get back, but luckily he was back there.
And defensively, this OKC team is just,
but ultimately,
it's just absolutely insane, man.
Down if you're in Indiana, just a little bit,
We all love Caruso. He's an amazing player, one of the best defenders. But that's 2 fouls he's committed, and he wanted challenges on both, and neither were close.
I told you the
Mathurin is out. McConnell is in
it should be automatic
for the Pacers.
Like a timeout.
McConnell back in, had a couple of quick buckets when he first entered. Good ball denial from Wallace, stolen by Caruso.
Oh my God. Shit got stuffed.
Turnovers in the
Point.
can't get it. Neesmith. That's the most in any half all season, regular season.
This game would be a lot different if OKC would be able to make their threes.
Misses the three.
Obi Toppin misses.
It's only a 10-point game. The Pacers defense has been strong and tough as well.
It has, Mike, and there's a maturity to this group. They just keep playing.
Lou. Corner three, Lou Dort. Lou Dort has been hitting all the threes for OKC. Another turnover. God damn. SGA wants to pull up. That was a bad miss.
6 of 16 from the field. Siakam has the advantage on low. Halliburton picks it out.
McConnell wide open three. Got it.
You can see they want McConnell to make a shot. Dort would normally sell out to challenge. He closed short on purpose.
McConnell's their second leading scorer, and he's only played 9 minutes. Williams drives, bank shot, it's good. Second field goal for Jalen Williams. Under 2 to play here in the first half. Neesmith drills the three-pointer deep in the corner.
Neesmith three.
We know they have this comeback ability.
OKC is trying to, Indiana Pacers are trying to close that gap again.
So you got to keep that pressure on them if you're OKC.
And the Indiana Pacers have not led the entire game.
SGA on the spin, gets in the paint, left-handed off the glass.
Ooh, into the paint. SGA, nice move. This game at one point was tied 10-10 in the first quarter, but Indiana has not led at any point during the game.
McConnell kicks it out in the corner. Obi Toppin inside. McConnell, little jump shot.
Ooh, Obi Toppin and McConnell, that was nice.
Settled into the game. Some early shaky turnovers by him, but he makes a couple of threes.
By him? By the whole team?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, no doubt.
And now TJ McConnell is the leading scorer for Indiana. Williams, SGA puts up a three, puts it in.
SGA finally hits from three.
19 first half points. McConnell again gets the first step. Deflected out of bounds by Wallace.
Looked like McConnell had a wide open lane and it got knocked out of bounds.
This is as aggressive as we've seen the MVP. Took his most shots in the postseason in the first quarter, and his foot remains on the gas pedal.
He is trying to put that pressure on him, and then with the left-hander, that is difficult when you're trying to slow him down. Just the body control, the
SGA is moving like a straight killer right now, man. He's trying to knock these guys out.
He has had 11 games in the playoffs, 11 of 16 where he scored 30 or more. Siakam, the runner. Can't get it to fall. Hunger in the rebound. Siakam with 8 points. About a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Holmgren inside. Halliburton got a piece of it. Terrific defensive play. Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give here for OKC. Halliburton stripped down low.
We got 13 seconds left in the half.
4 seconds. Holmgren. Final seconds. Caruso.
Another turnover. SGA.
And the first half of game 1 comes to an end with the Thunder up a dozen.
Missed the final buzzer shot. Caruso missed it. Went for a layup. Missed. Okay, we got the first half officially down. Oklahoma City Thunder lead 57-45.
We've got the key at halftime coming up. The showdown between the 2-star point guards and The two teams that have made it this far, Malika, Stephen A., Bob, and Perk coming up. 2 quarters complete, 12-point lead for OKC.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook has you covered all playoffs long. Keep up with big-time matchups, get daily profit boosts, and tell exclusive
That's a long
picks
walk
from
to the
Stephen
locker
A.
room,
Smith.
man.
Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Sign up with promo code HOOPS.
Imagine if there's an ESPN Sportsbook app that linked to the ESPN app so you could track.
All right, so right now at the half, we got 57 for the Oklahoma City Thunder, 45 for the Pacers. The Pacers are still sticking in there, even though they had a crazy amount of turnovers. They have 19 turnovers at the half, which is just that is just an insane amount of turnovers right now. The the Indiana Pacers are on pace to have almost 40 turnovers, which is just utterly insane. Oklahoma City has 4 turnovers right now. The Indiana Pacers are winning on the boards. They have 28 to Oklahoma City Thunder's 23. But honestly, the main story of this game is turnovers, man. That Oklahoma City Thunder defense is just absolutely suffocating. But the Indiana Pacers have stayed right in there. I think a large part of this is the fact that Oklahoma hasn't necessarily been hitting all their open looks from threes outside of Lou Dort. It seems like they're just starting to hit their stride now. SGA hit a couple open 3-pointers. But based on the amount of turnovers that the Oklahoma City Thunder have generated this game, this should not be a close. This should be a 20-point game. But the Indiana Pacers have found a way to stick in there. So right now we only got a 13-point lead. Let's see what they're saying with the halftime report. We'll bring the sound back in.
Doing his thing. They have no answer for the MVP.
SGA got 19 already. That's crazy.
Your halftime show coming up right after this.
Not only does SGA have 19 points already, SGA has been extremely aggressive this game, man. He is going in with a killer mindset. He's trying to knock these dudes off. He has not been shy about taking threes, even though some of them have not been falling early. He just started to hit his stride towards the end of the quarter. But SGA, man, he wants that quadruple, man. He wants that quadruple. Again, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream in the pregame, SGA is trying to get the quadruple crown. He's won the scoring title. He was had the most points per game this season. He's won the NBA MVP. He's won the Western Conference Finals MVP. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, he will most likely win NBA Finals MVP, giving him the quadruple. It will be the first quadruple in NBA history, due to the Western Conference Trophy final being introduced only a couple years ago. But SGA is on pace to have a historic season with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I got a question for everybody. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, whatever platform you're on. If the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, does SGA go down as the best Thunder player of all time? Is he over KD, Russ, James Harden? If the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, would SGA become the greatest Oklahoma City Thunder player of all time? Let me know what you think in the chat. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I need to get some water, gang. We bike. I mean, I had to go get some water, get some snacks. You dig, man's hungry as fuck. Game's coming back soon. Let's see if the stats are working. Whatever reason, it doesn't want to work. Shout out to anybody who just started watching. NBA Finals Game 1 live stream. The story of this game so far has been a game of turnovers. Turnovers by the Indiana Pacers. Right now they have 19. But they're only down by 13, which is surprising. 19 turnovers, but only down by 13. I would expect the Pacers to make a lot of adjustments, try to clean up a lot of those turnovers, but it's extremely hard to do against a defense as potent as the Oklahoma City Thunder. Best defense in the NBA throughout the regular season. Historic defense, actually, this season. So it's going to be a pretty tall hill for the Indiana Pacers to climb. But if there's any team that's dangerous enough to come back from being down 20, 13, 15, whatever, is the Indiana Pacers. Anybody who just started watching, let me know who you got taking game 1. Do you have the Indiana Pacers or do you have the Oklahoma City Thunder? Who do you think will be NBA Finals MVP? Both teams, whoever wins this series, will win their first NBA championship. The Indiana Pacers made it to the NBA Finals in 2000 and ended up losing. That was back when Reggie Miller was the star of the team. I believe that is their only NBA Finals appearance. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, on their side, have been to the NBA Finals in 2012. That was back when Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook were the stars on the team. Of course, that team ended up losing to the Miami Heat with LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. And that was LeBron's first ever NBA championship. So this will be, whoever wins this series will be their first NBA championship, and it will also be the 7th different year, I believe, that a team has won the NBA Finals. Every single year it's been a different team since 2020, I believe. So yeah, if you just started watching, let me know who you got for game 1. Indiana Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunder. And let me know who you think will win NBA Finals MVP. Currently, we're waiting for the game to come back. Halftime. We'll see what type of adjustments the Indiana Pacers will put forward so they can close this gap and potentially win this game. But it is an uphill climb for the Indiana Pacers, because we all know that Oklahoma City Thunder defense is crazy. Shout out to anybody watching on all platforms. If you're rocking with the Scream, like, subscribe. Shout out to Garonas Vianola for following on Twitch. I appreciate that. We're going to be streaming the entirety of the NBA Finals, every single game. Hopefully this series goes to a game 7 so I can stream all 7 games with y'all. But shout out to Garonas Viola. I hope I'm saying the name right. Appreciate anybody, whatever platform you're watching on, for coming to watch the NBA Finals with me. Again, whatever platform you're on, like, follow, subscribe. We're going to be streaming the entirety of the NBA Finals. SGA has 19 points already. SGA has 19 points, and the Indiana Pacers have 19 turnovers. The Indiana Pacers have as many turnovers as SGA does points, man. That is absolutely crazy. Game should be back soon. Let's bring back the audio.
What's the key for them? Is it just adjusting to this different defense than what they faced in the previous round?
100%. They were going a little too fast, and I know we talked about that.
We're hearing talks that Doris Burke may not necessarily get an extension on her contract to be a commentator with ESPN. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Doris should go or Doris should stay?
Out here that you can target.
Okay, you're down 12, and your opponent took
Game is back.
more shots than
The
you
third
did.
quarter has
All is
officially
not
started.
lost. Settle into the game, stronger with the basketball.
Cason Wallace again starts. He started the game. Hartenstein coming off the bench.
Oh, nice move by Nembhard, but he missed.
Nembhard gets inside. Nice adjustment. Can't get it to fall. The tip
All right, we'll
misses.
get these scoreboards adjusted. Okay, just adjusted. Halliburton deep three. Miss.
Halliburton
Holmgren with the rebound.
Contested and can't get the three. Holmgren with his fourth board.
We're in the third quarter. Shout out to anybody who just started watching. NBA Finals Game 1. Live stream and reaction.
Going to be the first team to punch first.
Gilgeous-Alexander loves that spot, and a nice soft touch goes over the rim.
Mike, he's 6'6". Neesmith wasn't in terrible defensive position, but that's Shea's size as a difference maker.
Miles Turner bullies his way to the rim.
And Miles Turner able to finish. Halliburton with the assist, his fourth. There's Cason Wallace. Started a bunch in the regular season, the 21-year-old. What an impression he's made in 2 quick years here. Hunger knocked away by Turner.
Siakam fouled. He'll be going to the line.
Running shot and a foul. Jalen Williams will pick up.
Looks like the Pacers are starting strong so far.
Talked to a Pacers assistant, Lloyd Pierce, who said exactly what Doris Burke just said, that it wasn't just the 19 turnovers, add in the 6 offensive rebounds, so it's 18 more possessions. He said if that continues, that's going to be a hard battle for us. But again, he said no need to panic. We feel their pressure now. Maybe we're playing a bit too fast off the rebound. He said perhaps we just slow down a bit and then run. But he said we've just got to get shots on the ring.
All right, Lisa. So Siakam to the free throw line. We're going to listen to Rick Carlisle in the locker room at halftime.
But the good thing is, 19 turnovers, they only have 6 points. All right? 6 and 9 points. All right? Not the end of the world. All right? We're right there. We've had a lot of really good looks at threes. Some of them haven't gone in. Stay with the process. All right? Stay with the process.
Well, during the regular season after they played him, Rick Carlisle called OKC the best basketball team on the planet. But his team has come so far since back then, especially here in the postseason. Back to an 11-point game. Opening minutes here in the third. Jalen Williams lines up that three-pointer. Siakam comes away with it.
Good pass goes Siakam.
Siakam backs in. Big
Rebound check.
Before Wallace battles. And boy, does he battle hard.
First 2 possessions of the game, Cason Wallace got scored on by Siakam. You see the pride there.
Man, SGA is cooking.
Alexander, that's his spot. Mid-range maestro. Lead back up to 13.
I love the effort.
SGA with 23 points already.
Ultimately, Siakam looked over one shoulder and saw Chet Holmgren there, so he knew he could go there. So he worked middle, battles up there, and is only able to get a tough little floater. That's great team defense. Starts with the individual.
Halliburton for 3. Too strong.
Siakam wide open 3.
Turner passes
Miss.
inside. Good swing. Siakam can't get it to fall. Siakam 3 of 8 from the field.
Boy, those are the shots you got to make, Mike. This has been the
SGA.
best shooting team in the playoffs.
Gilgeous-Alexander again turns. Can't get it to fall. Halliburton, beautiful pass. Siakam running the floor. Halliburton leads everybody in assists during the playoffs.
Well, that's a nice move off the glass.
Nice move and the finish. Kason Wallace. His first field goal, first points.
Nice three-pointer by the Indiana Pacers.
Ball movement and Neesmith, the beneficiary.
The Indiana Pacers have slowed things down a little bit. They're starting to get better looks, better passes. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Indiana Pacers.
If you can limit your turnovers to maybe 14 in this half, the game could be a little different.
Alley-oop, that's just too easy. Back to 13. Sure, back to 12. 12-point lead by the OKC Thunder.
Williams harassing Siakam. Smith on the bounce, drives, leans in, and an offensive foul call.
Let me see what the turnovers are looking like right now.
They seem a little more
Oh my God.
composed in terms of dealing with this pressure to start the third.
They're a little bit more in DB.
Pacers have 21 turnovers, man.
Chest, just showing his body.
That's utterly
the
ridiculous.
entire time. Yes, that's an offensive foul, but watch this. And Kason Wallace, he is underrated passer. You see him making passes like that in very
This
tight
OKC
spots.
team is
You know,
also
Wallace
very
defense,
deep
he
on their
knocks
bench
down
as
a
well.
shot, but his passes help their offense flow also.
And he started 43 games during the regular season. He would start for a lot of teams. Jalen Williams can't get to the fall. Turner, outlet Nembhard. Halliburton cross court. Nembhard passed up an open look.
Nembhard.
Clock down to 5.
3.
Nembhard off the bounce, gets into the paint.
Oh, Siakam got it up. Man, Siakam's great.
There's Siakam. Great defensive play, but Siakam stays with
Sorry, y'all. The scoreboard is acting funny.
Wallace inside. A bullet pass from SGA.
So Kason beat him individually when they emptied the side, and that time in transition, attacking Halliburton both times.
Crossover, Halliburton. Turner fakes, drives on home to the rim.
Travel.
Fake and the finish, but they call it travel. Turner doesn't like the call.
OKC timeout.
And OKC will call a timeout. That's the 22nd turnover. 20 of them in the first half.
100% that's a travel. That's an easy call. That might be the easiest call the referees had all night.
All right, back to commercial break. Man, let's take a look at the individual player scores right now, man. Right now, we got Pascal Siakam leading the Indiana Pacers with 13 points. He leads all scores on the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton has 6. Miles Turner, Aaron Neesmith was 7. And we got Andrew Nembhard with 4 points. Andrew Nembhard has been pretty quiet this game offensively. TJ McConnell with 9 points. TJ McConnell, even though he came off the bench, is the second leading scorer on the Indiana Pacers right now. It's been Pascal Siakam mainly leading offensively. However, Tyrese Halliburton does have 8 rebounds and 5 assists, so he's been dishing out boards. Sorry, he's been good on the boards, and he's been also dishing out some assists as well too. On the Oklahoma City side, man, it's been pretty much all SGA, man. Let's keep it a buck. SGA has 23 points already, which is nuts. Because we still got plenty of time left in the third, and we still got the fourth quarter going. Chet Holmgren, 4 points, 5 rebounds. We got Lou Dort, who's been great from three-pointer this game. Pretty much all of OKC's threes, I think, except for 1 or 2, have come from Lou Dort. He's been on fire from 3. He's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals as well too. SGA has 3 steals, 23 points. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, both with 7 points. So overall, from an offensive standpoint, it's been mainly SGA on Oklahoma City on the Oklahoma City front, but a defensive effort by pretty much everyone on the team. And for the Indiana Pacers, it's mainly Pascal Siakam with Tyrese Halliburton dishing out. But the main story of this game, and I'm going to repeat it 1,000 times, is the turnovers, man. Like Oklahoma City Thunder have been producing a lot of turnovers this game. The Oklahoma City Thunder as a team only have 4 turnovers the whole game. But the Indiana Pacers have 22 turnovers. Right now, they're on pace to have 40 turnovers in this game. And that's honestly the story of this game. The Oklahoma City defense has been putting a lot of pressure, closing off a lot of lanes, making it extremely hard for Indiana to get those wide, those paint points. So it's honestly the way Oklahoma City has been generating turnovers. They should be leading by 20 right now, but it's still a close game somehow. The Indiana Pacers they're just not willing to die, man. There's some damn cockroaches. But right now, 22 turnovers for the Indiana Pacers and only 4 turnovers for the OKC Thunder. OKC shooting 38% from field goal, and Indiana Pacers are shooting 41%. So the Indiana Pacers from field goal and from three-pointer are shooting slightly better than the Oklahoma City Thunder. From three-pointer, Oklahoma City is shooting 36%, and from three-pointer, the Indiana Pacers are shooting 39%. And on the boards, the Indiana Pacers have 37 points versus 37 rebounds versus 26 rebounds for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So pretty much in every other statistical category for team, the Indiana Pacers are winning, except for the turnover battle. The turnover battle, they are losing badly. 22 turnovers. But they are still closing the gap. The game is so close.
Is 34. The Blazers,
Game back.
the year they won the title, it was game 1 against the Philadelphia 76ers. They lost the game way back in 1977. They were the youngest team ever in the finals. The Blazers, this OKC team is the second youngest, as Williams couldn't get that to go.
Good defense individually by Halliburton. He's got to stay fighting on that end.
Halliburton, jump shot is good. Shot that one over his head. He normally has that kind of
Dort, 3.
push shot.
Well, he had to float
Money
over
again.
his head and hang in the air a little bit long with that contest.
But Dort answers right back with a 3. 12 points for Dort. He's the second.
New Dort got to be like,
OKC in double figures. Also has
he's
4
5 for 7 from
steals.
three-pointer right now.
Obi Toppin. 6 on the 24. Nimhard.
Obi Toppin 3. Got it.
Kicks it out.
Obi Toppin in the money from 3 throughout the playoffs as well.
Obi Toppin as the shot clock expired.
That's 2 in this quarter. Pascal Siakam bails him out with an offensive rebound, and Obi a tough shot.
Dort comes right back. Dort's got 5 threes. Hit some big threes in the Denver series in the second round as Nimhard comes right back and banks it home. Boy, Nimhard, he is a tough playoff performer. Holmgren free.
Man.
Miscommunication defensively that time and an easy bucket for the Thunder. Turner fouled on the catch. This is often throughout the season the time of game where OKC can go on one of those crazy runs.
But they keep answering, Mike, Indiana. But this is just a little
Man,
dive to the
it seems like the
cup by
OKC
Shea.
Thunder can just blow this game wide open at any point.
He was 30% in the playoffs. I mean, a career high in the regular season, 41%, but he had been struggling massively.
Hallie, floater. Got it.
Halliburton, another floater. Nice move from Halliburton. He's in double figures, just the second pacer. Siakam has 13, Halliburton with 10, and it's an 11-point
SGA, pull up,
Indiana.
miss.
Gilgeous Alexander pulls up, jump shot, can't get it to fall. Caruso tips it out. Shot clock reset. Williams, nice fake, and the drive. Mathurin with the block. Benedict Mathurin with the answer.
Halliburton, deep 3.
Halliburton launches a 3.
SGA has it. Bring it up the court.
Grabs that.
This game doesn't feel very close because of
Going
what
back to
we've seen
Indiana.
and the way we played as an offensive foul. But ultimately, the Pacers are within range. They're within range, but watch
Mathurin with
this.
a big block on Williams.
Just body-to-body block. That is an impressive timing. No foul. And he got all of that ball, but I love the fact that J-Dub was about to go and try and flush that.
Mathurin is a
Williams on the bench.
spectacular athlete. As Williams sits down, the offensive foul on SGA, his second personal. That's only their 5th turnover, with 22 turnovers for Indiana.
Obi Toppin misses from 3.
Obi Toppin hits some threes early. Can't get that one to go. Hartenstein grabs another rebound as we hit the 4-minute mark here in the third.
Oh, SGA. Ooh, mid-range monster. God damn. Menace from mid-range. It seems like the OKC Thunder are pretty comfortable with having a 10, 11, 12-point lead. They don't seem to be sweating it at all. Obi Toppin.
Nice pass inside. And Obi Toppin able to get it. And Toppin's got 11 points. Had some turnovers early, was struggling. Has been able to do some scoring.
SGA is putting in some work right now.
The spin.
And one? Does that have one?
The foul shot will not count. No basket.
No and one. SGA just hits a super tough shot, but the shot will not count.
Man, I think this is closer than we think here. I mean, he's going to feel the contact, and he's so good that he goes right into it.
Yeah, DB, I'm not sure. I don't think that this is a foul, just because the foul was on the push and then the spin.
You don't think it was a foul?
No, I'm talking about shooting foul. Excuse me, shooting foul.
Man, SGA, mid-range menace, man.
The pull up.
Yeah, it looked right before.
Oh.
Isaiah Joe off the bench again. Shot clock down to 5. Hartenstein looking.
Hartenstein. Got a couple of shoot. Didn't get it off. 24-second violations going back.
Nope. 24-second violation.
Say what you want about the Pacers and their turnovers. They're holding 40%. That's what OKC is shooting, and it's still in his hands. They've limited their free throw attempts. The Pacers have shot more free throws.
Another steal. Out of bounds.
The right call. Dort tries to save it, but can't.
That's Lou Dort with the would-be steal before it went out of bounds.
David Guthrie. It's an honor for these NBA refs. They get the white jacket, the white finals jacket.
Right now, the Thunder are leading by 11. We got just exactly 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Pascal Siakam's coming back in.
Siakam will come back in.
Indiana takes a timeout.
A timeout called. Exactly 3 minutes remaining in the third. An 11-point lead for the Thunder.
11-point lead for the Indiana Pacers. Sorry, for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This game is a lot closer than it should be. The Indiana Pacers have done a good job of staying in the game, even though they've made a crazy amount of turnovers this game. Oklahoma City Thunder have barely made it to the line, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I know people like to call SGA a free throw merchant, but honestly, most of his points have come from just buckets, man. He just mid-range buckets the entire game. He's been straight balling. SGA right now has 25 points. Right now, Halliburton has 10 points. Obi Toppin has 11. I believe Pascal Siakam leads the Pacers with 13. There's only 3 players right now who are in double-digit points for the Indiana Pacers. And for the Oklahoma City Thunder, we got Lou Dort with 15. He's been just hitting all his threes all night. Right now, he's 5 for 7 from 3. And then we have SGA. My SGA just been knocking down shots all night, mid-range, everything, lane, everything. The Indiana Pacers, I will say, though, are leading in a lot of team categories. They're leading in terms of field goal percentage. They're leading in terms of, actually, they're not leading in terms of three-point percentage anymore, but they were before. But 45% field goal percentage to 40% for OKC. They're shooting 38% from three-point as a team, while OKC is shooting 42%. But they've been leading on the rebounds. 38 rebounds, 29 rebounds for OKC. But the turnovers is why the Indiana Pacers will lose this game. 22 turnovers. Now, I will say they've reduced the amount of turnovers in the third quarter. if they kept turning the ball over at the rate they did in the first half, they'd be on pace for 40 turnovers for this game, which is utterly insane. But it looks like they've cleaned up a lot of it. They've slowed down their pace a little bit. They're taking a little bit more time with their passes because they know those lanes can close off real quick. Shout out to FY Trade, man. FMY Trade. I appreciate you. I appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate the follow, FMY Trade. To anybody who just started watching, we're going to be streaming, live streaming the entire NBA Finals, man. So we're going to be doing live reactions to every single game of the NBA Finals. Next game, I believe, is on Sunday, so we'll be live streaming that on all platforms. And if you're just watching now, man, let me know who you think is going to win Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Give me a like, follow, subscribe. And shout out to you for watching, man. I appreciate it. Game is back. Bringing back the audio. Oklahoma City Thunder have had a historic defensive season, man. And SGA is going for the quadruple. The first quadruple in NBA history. That's a scoring title, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA Finals MVP. Let me know who you think is going to be NBA Finals MVP. Woo! Hartenstein, put back dunk.
Hartenstein, 9.7 boards off the bench.
Ooh, beautiful pass by Mathurin.
Pass inside and the finish. Tough finish from Thomas Bryant. A mid-season acquisition who had a terrific Game 6 clincher against the Knicks.
Caruso.
Hartenstein gets it,
Miss.
kicks it out. Caruso, corner three. DJ McConnell as we hit the 2-minute mark here in the third.
These are always such significant moments. Can Indiana get this?
Siakam in and out. From three.
Siakam, that would have done it if he hit that one. That's Siakam's first three-point attempt.
Caruso.
Scoring with 13. Isaiah Joe.
Misses a three again.
Caruso left open. Can't hit the three.
But you said it, DB. If you want to have a moment here, you know OKC, how they play at home. You've got to protect the ball, get good quality shots, and get back on defense if you're Indiana.
McConnell to Halliburton. And a foul. It's going to go against OKC.
Shout out to anybody who just started watching. We're gonna be watching every single game of the NBA Finals. So we'll be streaming again on Sunday for Game 2.
He's going to try to step up, but he's obviously holding Thomas Bryant.
Appreciate anybody who's watching. Give me a like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is on whatever platform you're watching from. Appreciate it.
It's everybody's grabbing each other.
And let me know in the chat who you think is gonna win Game 1.
And then Lou held him second. Just like having kids, the second one gets caught.
That's Mathurin.
Everybody thinks they always get it clean.
Got that clean. It's the NBA player instinct to immediately look up at the big screen and use your index finger, as you can hear from the crowd.
Yeah, that was clean.
Obviously feel it wasn't a foul. Well, that's the end of it, and it looked like it was clean from the end. And Mark Daigneault.
We got our first challenge. We want a commercial break.
We'll take a timeout. 11-point lead for the Thunder.
All right, back on commercial break, man. Let's take a look at the player scores. Let's look at the box score. So we still have a pretty quiet night for the Indiana Pacers overall. Pascal Siakam leads scoring with 13 points. Tyrese Halliburton and Obi Toppin are right behind it. Obi Toppin is second leading scorer right now with 11 points. And then we got Tyrese Halliburton with 10 points. But he has 8 rebounds and 5 assists. So overall, offensively, pretty quiet night. Indiana's had a tough time with this OKC defense, man. I think it's going to take them a while to adjust, but I think they should be able to make some changes in Game 2. And then on Oklahoma City side, man, it's been all SGA. SGA 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. So SGA has just had a pretty dominant game overall. And then we got Lou Dort with 15 points, mostly from 3. Isaiah Hartenstein, 9 points. Alex Caruso, 7. So overall, pretty quiet night overall from Jalen Williams. He only has 9 points right now. I think Jalen Williams really needs to step it up if OKC wants to win this series. I think Jalen Williams for OKC is going to be that X factor. Getting back.
And that foul. Watch here.
Right on the wrist. It's a simple call. Now he does
That's all ball, man.
get the ball.
That's all ball.
When the ball comes out. But there's that Hawkeye.
That's all ball game.
Catching all of it. And I liked it. Mathurin told them to review it. Mathurin was kind of looking at him, telling them to review. Now they just lost their challenge, and they don't have it for the rest of the game.
Well, you see
Mathurin's at the line.
His regular season numbers.
OKC lost the challenge.
Obviously, with some of the injuries he played.
I thought it was clean, but whatever.
Their third leading scorer, 16 points per game. I mean, he missed the playoffs last year with that shoulder injury. He's had some
Makes
good
the first.
moments. That's the free throw. Our upcoming national TV schedule. ABC Saturday, WNBA. In Las Vegas, in San Francisco. 3 o'clock Eastern. Then ABC Sunday, game 2 of this series, right back here at OKC. Again, a half-hour earlier start. Tip-off shortly.
Man, my scoreboard is acting crazy today, man. This thing's not updating the way it should be.
Valkyries are their first team in WNBA history.
That's what happens when you code this shit yourself.
Per night.
Incredible. 9-point game. Just under a minute and a half remaining here in the third. Gilgeous Alexander finds a spot. Can't get
Isaiah Joe for a 3.
Isaiah Joe hits the 3.
OKC up 12 again. Never mind, let's cut to 9. Indiana Pacers, man, they're closing that gap again. This team just will not die, man. These guys are some cockroaches. Indiana Pacers will not let anybody kill them. No matter how many turnovers, how bad they've been playing the entire night, they'll find a way to close that gap.
Indiana's done a better job scoring in the paint. TJ merely touching the paint off the bounce, and you get a clean look from 3 in the corner.
Mathurin. Right up into SGA. Five left on the shot clock. Pulls back, leans in, tried to draw a foul.
SGA.
Won't go. Mathurin did a good job staying vertical. Calls from McConnell. McConnell, 9 points, 3 assists off the bench. One of the best bench players
wide open 3.
in the NBA.
Pascal Siakam, wide open 3. I believe that's his first 3 of the game.
And it's a 6-point game.
We tried to tell you, this is a 48-minute team. It doesn't matter the
Facts.
turnovers, who's shooting, who's doing what.
SGA, ball, 5 seconds left in the quarter. SGA pulls up,
4 seconds.
knocks it down.
SGA against Shepard, puts up a 3. Puts it in with 7/10 of a second remaining.
SGA 28, oh my God.
SGA's got 28 points. And we head to the fourth, a 9-point lead for the Thunder.
I think this is the main difference between the OKC Thunder and the New York Knicks. Man, SGA knocks in the 3 before the end of the quarter. Now, if that was the New York Knicks, they would have found a way to fumble that, and the Pacers might have tied the game. Pretty much, they would have found a way to fumble it somehow. They might have made some sort of mental error, some mistake. But the Oklahoma City Thunder are not the New York Knicks. So we got SGA shooting a 3. We got 1 more quarter to go. We're gonna see what happens. If you guys are just watching, let me know who you think is going to win game 1 of the NBA Finals. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder. You got the Indiana Pacers. Let me know who you got in the chat. You just had SGA hit a 3 to end the quarter with 7 seconds left. Actually, it's more like 5 seconds left. But the Indiana Pacers will not go down without a fight. They keep trying to close that gap. Right now we're on commercial break. We're just waiting for the game to come back. The end of the third quarter. the Oklahoma City Thunder lead the Indiana Pacers by 9 right now. Shout out to anybody who started watching, man. I really appreciate whatever platform you're watching on. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals this year. So give me a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Be ready to watch the rest of the finals with me. The next game, game 2 of the NBA Finals, will be streaming on Sunday. If you're watching, man, let me know who you got, man. Who do you got winning game 1? Indiana Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunder? We still got 1 quarter left. It's been a close game. A lot of turnovers by the Pacers, but they're still in it somehow. Somehow. These guys don't die. The Indiana Pacers don't die. Now, I will say that they've made good adjustments. They've slowed down their tempo. They're not making as many mistakes and as many turnovers as they did in the first half. In the first half, they had 19 turnovers, but through the third quarter already, it's only been 3 turnovers, so they're only at 22 total. So the Indiana Pacers have really made those adjustments on the fly to not make the same mistakes they were making in the first half. This is what you call good coaching. Making adjustments on the fly, seeing where you're making your mental errors, and fixing it right away. And that's what the Indiana Pacers have done, and that's how they've kept this game close. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead 85-76. 9-point lead. Quarter 4 is about to start. We'll see what happens. Can the Oklahoma City Thunder close this one out and extend that lead? Or do the Pacers come back again like they did in game 1 against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden? All right, game back. We're bringing back the audio back in.
Welcome back to the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Lou, you're up 9.
Everybody thinks the Thunder's going to win, man. In the polls, y'all got the Thunder.
I mean, we're moving the ball. I've been in the right shot. My teammates did a good job finding me.
Right now, she's interviewing Lou Dort.
You've kept their stars relatively quiet, but the Pacers, they're hanging around. What do you have to keep doing defensively in the fourth quarter to keep Siakam and Halliburton from getting hot?
Yeah, we just got to do what we do, and then, I mean, just make it tough for them. We've been doing that all year.
Damn, Alex Caruso looked like he got hit hard.
Thanks for your time.
Took a while to get up.
Okay, Lisa, Lou Dort 4 steals. Alex Caruso with a shot in the head. A good aggressive move.
So he got fouled by Mathurin.
And Mathurin picks up the foul. His second.
If you just started watching, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who you got winning game 1 of the NBA Finals. Do you have the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Indiana Pacers? Whatever platform you're watching on, I appreciate you watching. Give a like and subscribe or a follow. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals.
This is his first free throw. They've kept OKC off the line. All 3 of those things are part of the formula to beat them.
You know, Doris, you can see, you watch this team, their confidence and their belief has grown in the playoffs with all these comebacks. They've got talent, obviously, but they have an impressive level of fight.
These Indiana Pacers do not give up, man. This will go down. This will be a close game, probably a 10-point, 8-point game up until the end of the fourth.
But they still trail by 11. Mathurin, Siakam, Bryant, McConnell, and Shepard. McConnell jump shot. Can't get to the ball. Hartenstein is 9th rebound.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams.
He's been very quiet this game.
Williams finds some room, gets inside.
Finds a way to the rack.
And banks it home.
The basketball IQ and maturity there. Attacking from different sides of the floor, using the big, taking his time. He's able to get whatever he wants in those moments. Tell me that he's in his 3rd year and he's taking his time. Look at this. Not pressured. We talked about Indiana being sped up. He's taking his time, getting to his spots, and finishing.
Caruso just picked up his 3rd foul. He was hot.
Mathurin gets fouled by Williams. He will go to the line.
Call for the foul. That's going to be 3 on Jalen Williams. Mathurin back to the free throw line.
We got 1 quarter left to decide who wins game 1 of the NBA Finals. Let me know who you guys got in the chat. Do you got the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Indiana Pacers? Do the Indiana Pacers make a comeback? Let me know.
Why are you laughing, Mike? It's the only time you ask that question. He's in Arizona Wildcat. Free throw off the mark. UFC 316 Saturday night.
Shout out to anybody who just started watching, whatever platform you're on. We're streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. Give a follow, like, subscribe, or whatever platform you're on.
The main card starts at 10 Eastern. Live at ESPNplus.com.
And let me know who you got winning game 1 of the NBA Finals. Sound off in the chat.
He's a phenomenal athlete. If just watching, you think he might be the best player on the floor.
He's got a lot of room to grow. When you look at, again, the injury last year, but he has grown so much. And having Rick Carlisle as your coach, that's going to speed things up.
Foul on McConnell. Nice backdoor cut. Wiggins got fouled on the pass from Hartenstein.
Getting tired, man.
McConnell's first.
We got just a little bit over 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Officials discussing if it's going to be in the act of shooting.
So that cut's so effective. Pascal.
The Thunder are currently leading. The Thunder have led the entire game.
It's the hard step toward the ball first. Sells that initial defender, the low man.
The Pacers have cut it to as low as 6 points, but every single time they have, OKC has found a way to extend that lead again.
Roll the last 4 years with this team. 2nd round pick out of Maryland. He's one of those whatever you need type of player.
If we just started watching, you just came in. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to anybody. Let me know where you guys are from in the chat, and let me know who you got winning this game.
They know if they come and give 100% effort, the Oklahoma City Thunder will give you an opportunity. They will give you an opportunity to show what you have, and that's what a lot of players just ask for.
Ooh.
Russo goes under the
Mapping to the rack.
Goes right at him inside. Layup's good. There's that athleticism.
What a burst of speed, Mike. It's not easy getting past Alex Caruso.
He had a couple of big scoring games in the conference.
Jalen Williams is starting to come alive.
Meanwhile, got knocked down, able to finish. Mathurin shaken up on that play.
It's another screen assist by Hartenstein.
Mathurin still holding his right elbow. Shepard to McConnell.
McConnell's cooking. Oh, deflected. Turnover, but he got it right back.
Deflected by Wiggins. Taken right back by McConnell. Shot clock winding down. And a whistle.
New shot clock.
They did not reset the shot clock.
That was good reffing.
Right on top.
Very rarely do you see good reffing. That's good reffing. You got to give the refs credit, man.
Because of the change in possession.
Shoulder back. Reset.
That right there, once you put both hands on the ball,
that was good reffing.
So that's the possession.
As soon as Wiggins touched it, the clock shot should have been reset. Now 22 on the 24. Mason Wallace back in. Siakam.
Oh, in and out.
Throws it up. Banker rolls in and out. And right there, Mathurin couldn't get it.
Knocked out of bounds. Pacers ball.
Lost it. And it's still Pacer ball.
Defense. Defense. Anybody who's watching, man, I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on. Sound off in the chat. Who you got winning this game? Oh, Jalen Williams steals it, slams it. That's another turnover by the Indiana Pacers.
As Jalen Williams throws it down. Largest lead of the game. Timeout, Indiana.
Jalen Williams has come alive. This game might be over.
Just watch the deny. When they're switching, that has to happen. It's always clean. Clean switch initially. Nowhere to go but the long pass. That means it's closing speed for Jalen Williams and a live ball turnover.
And this is why the Oklahoma City Thunder are so dangerous, because even when you have some of the starters on the bench, they're so deep defensively. You have someone like Jalen Williams making plays like this, man. He's finally coming alive. SGA and Chet are still on the bench right now, and they're able to not only maintain but extend their lead against the Indiana Pacers. Let's take a look at the stats right now. We're going to update it. We're going to see how many turnovers there are. So right now, the Indiana Pacers have 24 turnovers. Oklahoma City Thunder have 7 turnovers. Man, that turnover, That turnover ratio is just crazy. Right now, Pascal Siakam leads scoring for the Indiana Pacers with 16 points. He has 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Aaron Nesmith and Miles Turner both have 7 points. Pretty quiet night for both of them. Andrew Nembhard, 6 points. And Tyrese Halliburton has 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Obi Toppin, another 11 points off the bench. As well as TJ McConnell, 9 points off the bench. So pretty strong bench play from the Indiana Pacers overall. And for the Oklahoma City Thunders, you have SGA, who's sitting right now. He's on the bench, just resting. He has 28 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 assists. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, pardon me. And we got Jalen Williams with 15 points. He's just recently come alive. He had 9 points just up until the fourth quarter. Chet Holmgren has 6, and Lou Dort, 15. So it looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder are just starting to come alive in this fourth quarter, especially Jalen Williams. And it looks like they're going to try and close this out as much as they can. But the story of the game, like I've been repeating the entire time, the story of this game will be the turnovers for the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers had 19 turnovers in the first half, and you are not winning a game with 19 turnovers, bro. I'm sorry. Even the Indiana Pacers, who just don't die and find a way to come back, with 19 turnovers in the first half, now 24 total in the game, and there's still time to go, you're not winning that game. Anywho, right now we're on commercial break. We're waiting for the game to come back. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, whatever platform you're watching on. Give me a like, subscribe, follow. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. If we go all the way to Game 7, we're going to be streaming Game 7. If you just started watching, let me know where you're watching from. Put it in the chat. And let me know who you think is going to win this series and in how many games. Again, we got to talk about SGA again. If the Oklahoma City Thunder win this series, SGA will most likely be going for the quadruple, which will be the first quadruple in NBA history. That's the scoring title. That's the NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA Finals MVP. Never before been done. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder do win this finals, do win this series, SGA will most likely be favored to win MVP. NBA Finals MVP, that is. And he'll be the first player ever to have the quadruple. Something to keep in mind. Game is back. Let's go.
Game 1, Thunder with their largest lead of the night. Topping back in. Nembhard. Halliburton. Turner. Nembhard gets inside.
Nembhard and one.
Nembhard, tough shot.
So about the scoreboard. I need to update the scoreboard.
Mike, over the course of the series,
there we go.
Learn how aggressive you have to be. You don't get to tiptoe against these guys. Look how aggressive.
Shout out to anybody who just started watching, whatever platform you're on. Give me a like, subscribe, follow. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals.
With any sort of carelessness. But look how physical and aggressive he was getting into that paint.
And that's 4 fouls on Caruso. Nembhard showed his wear in the playoffs last year. Was spectacular. He's had some big games again. He's got such poise.
Crunch time, baby.
Pressure. Williams, Wallace, can't hit the 3. Rebound deflected off Nembhard. Toppin trying to dive to save it. Thunder ball. Good hustle from Obi Toppin, but unable to.
Obi Toppin tried to get that ball and save it, but that shit was going out of bounds, man. Back to OKC Thunder.
That's a really good spot.
He knows what he needs to do there.
Toppin guarded Caruso.
And one Caruso.
Caruso bump shot. It's good. And a foul.
14-point lead.
Here in the fourth quarter. It's a 14-point lead.
This guy is relentless. He's got a big.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
With the inside-out dribble, then the slight pursuit of the body. So
gotta flex.
Subtle enough.
Keep in mind that SGA is still on the bench resting.
Finish. Welcome to the Caruso.
Yeah, that's the proper.
Alex Caruso misses a free throw.
Miss a free throw, Alex. Come on, man. After we're hyping you up.
Ball gets knocked. He's mad at himself. Caruso, 11 points, 4 rebounds, couple of assists, 3 steals. What an impact. A brilliant acquisition from Sam Presti.
Obi hits 3. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. Give a like, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. Like, subscribe, follow. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. Shout out to you. Let me know who you got winning the NBA Finals and in how many games. And who do you think will be NBA Finals MVP? Currently, the odds are for SGA.
Williams pulls up, difficult shot, rolls off the rim, and then Nesmith gets the rebound. Nembhard gets away, drives inside, layup, can't get that one to fall. And Caruso comes up with a loose ball. Taylor Williams inside, Hartenstein loves that floater, too strong. Pacers have been a
Miles Turner. Ooh, knocks it down to 3.
Miles Turner from downtown, his first 3-pointer, and it's right back to 8. Timeout OKC.
The Indiana Pacers will not die.
Has been the best shooting team in the playoffs, and they've just played through adversity, played through the turnovers in the first. Threes are something you will get against OKC.
Back to commercial break. As you can see, the Oklahoma City Thunder are trying to kill off the Pacers, but they just will not die. Right now, you got SGA on the bench, and you had Jalen Williams trying to come alive. They extended the lead to as much as 14, but the Indiana Pacers have just found a way to come back and cut it down to 8. You just had Miles Turner, who just hit a 3 in the corner just to give them life. I don't know what they got in the Indiana Pacers food, man. These guys just they do not take defeat lightly, and they will not go away. Shout out to anybody who just started watching on whatever platform you're on, man. Give me a like, follow, subscribe. We are streaming every single game of the NBA Finals, and I want to know who you guys got winning the NBA Finals and in how many games. Put it in the chat. Oh, I didn't even see K. Shout out to K for following. Right now we're on commercial break, waiting for the game to come back. We just got just a bit under 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Right now, the Indiana Pacers are trying to make a comeback. In the fourth quarter, they were down by as much as 14, but they've cut it, and now they're only down by 8. They're trying to make a comeback. We know that the Indiana Pacers, regardless of what they're going through, whatever uphill battle they're going through at the moment, do not die. And these guys are comeback artists. Somehow, some way, they find a way. Anybody here rock with F1? Y'all watching the F1 movie? F1 movie with Brad Pitt? You know that's an expensive movie to make, man. F1 is not cheap. I might see that shit. If we just started watching, man, let me know where you guys are watching from. Put it in the chat. Let me know who you got winning the series and in how many games. You got the Indiana Pacers or do you have the Oklahoma City Thunder? We got a lot of movies coming out this summer, man. We got Fantastic Four. We got the new Superman. We got an F1 movie. But there's one other important movie that I'm missing. Hollywood was putting out a lot of trash for a while, but it looks like there might be some good movies coming out. All right, game is back. Audio back in.
If you've been watching him tonight, again, doing everything for his team, knocking down a 3, helping out on pressure defense, multiple times coming over, making plays.
We got just a bit over 7 minutes left.
Shooter giving Joe a 3, and then here, oh, you want him to go one-on-one? He's gonna.
Do you guys think the Indiana Pacers can make a comeback and steal game 1 in Oklahoma?
He's got his fingerprints all over this one. But Indiana, again on the comeback trail, down by 8. Nice feet inside. Wallace, Jalen Williams with a perfect pass, his 6th assist. Nimhard.
Offensive foul on Miles Turner. The Thunder get the ball back.
His 3rd.
Every time they need a bucket, they go after Tyrese Halliburton. Who's checking the back cut here? It's Tyrese Halliburton. Good little screen. He takes a tough angle, passes on the money. That ended the longest run of the game by Indiana. 6-zip. I mean, that for an Indiana team that is so spurtable, that can put a run on you so fast. Incredible job by OKC.
Responses from both teams as Wallace lines up. Can't
Yeah,
get the
OKC
three.
miss.
Rebound falls into the hands of Nimhard. 10-point game, 7 minutes remaining. Neesmith trying to find some room. Surrounded. Knocked away. Gets it again. Double team.
Toppin, 3-pointer. Obi Toppin just a monster from 3 in these playoffs.
He's got 17 points in 21 minutes. Started the game so poorly, a bunch of turnovers, but a great recovery. Williams.
Ooh, Ludor in and out 3.
Tries a 3. In and out.
The Indiana Pacers may be making a comeback right here.
Smith the 3. Way short. Turner fouled before the shot attempt.
The Pacers have cut it to 5.
Wait, Obi just hands up, knows his teammates in trouble, clapping, trying to make sure he knows where he is.
Just a little under 6 minutes left in the quarter.
So he's communicating with his hands, like, hey, I'm open.
But it was also his man that had left him. It was his man that has left him, so that's what you're looking for.
Miles Turner banks in the 3 off the left side.
Banks in the 3. Miles Turner. We approach the midway point of the 4th. The Pacers on a
SGA time.
12-2 run.
SGA gets fouled. He will shoot free throws.
Bumped and fouled by Nimhard.
It is still a 6-point game. It is extremely close. Who do you guys got winning? Do you think Indiana can make a comeback? Or do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to clamp that shit?
Two guys, close friends on the Canadian national team, and he's going to make sure he walks to the free throw line and gives the push right back.
Only the 3rd and 4th free throws of the game for Gilgeous Alexander. He now has 29.
And then Turner, look, sometimes you got to be a little lucky, but how many 7-footers do you know pump fake, do a step back, and then knock it off the 3?
Indiana, 16 of 34, 47% from 3, continuing being the best three-point shooting team in the playoffs.
And they're 9 for 14.
As Jay hits both free throws. All right, down to the wire, man. Let's see it.
That is the shot you see Oklahoma City.
So we're 5 minutes left.
But give up the high volume of.
By the way, the Pacers, they're 7-1 in clutch games in this postseason. It's a 6-point game, just under 6 to play.
Ooh.
Finds Turner.
Turner with the elbow jumper. Indiana won't die.
This is the first time that I've seen OKC with their eyes trying to figure it out. They're slowly trying to figure out how to get.
Foul by Miles Turner. Williams drives to the basket. He will shoot 2.
Jalen Williams knocked down.
OKC is dearly trying to hold on to this lead. This lead is deteriorating with the quickness. The Indiana Pacers are coming alive at the end of the 4th.
Right, they're letting him
shout out to anybody who just started watching. By the way, shout out to anybody who just started watching. NBA Finals Game 1. We're streaming the remainder of the NBA Finals. The next game, Game 2, will be on Sunday. Give me a like, follow, subscribe, etc. And come join in and watch the rest of the finals with your boy.
Williams now 16 points and 6 assists. He talked about last year when they got eliminated in the 2nd round. It was as painful an experience in his professional career. Took him a long time before he went back and watched the game that they lost that eliminated.
Oh man, this game's getting close.
Gives his team a 6-point lead. He's got 8 points here in the fourth. Nembhard again aggressively goes inside. Bank shot in and out. Rebound Holmgren. Caruso pushes, but the Pacers are back. Jalen Williams.
Williams misses a layup.
Inside layup off the glass. Halliburton the other way.
Halliburton layup.
Got to get himself involved.
4-point game. Oh my God. We're slightly behind the real-time score.
He's got 12 points,
Chet.
10 boards.
Chet misses a layup.
Inside, Holmgren layup. One goes. Siakam gets it. Nembhard so aggressive.
Nembhard's trying to get to the rack on Lou Dort. Not really getting anywhere.
Spins. Well,
Pacers got to shoot.
Shot clock at 7. Halliburton sees an opening, kicks it out. Turner a 3.
Hey man, this game is getting lit, man. What can I say? 3 minutes left. This game is close.
A great look that wouldn't fall.
This game is nuts.
Now OKC clinging to a 4-point lead here in game 1 of the finals.
Ooh, SGA with the crafty move in the paint. OKC leads by 6.
That is a ridiculous finish.
It's the need that's more important than the finish, in my opinion.
Halliburton in the corner. Nembhard back up top.
Halliburton cooking. Misses a step back 3.
Step back 3-pointer.
OKC is going to try and control the tempo, slow the game down from this point. SGA has the ball right now.
Pacers showing their grit and their fight. Will it be enough?
SGA gets fouled. He will go to the line.
A foul, block shot. As he's going to take a brief rest as Halliburton picks up his first.
Mike, we talked at the top of the show about the poise, the demeanor he brings with. There's a calmness to what he does. He's under duress from the outset of the possession, and yet he plays with calmness. How about the ability?
SGA, a cool cat, man. He looks like one of them guys where nothing phases him. Not afraid of the moment. But neither is Tyrese.
That is difficult. But on the other end, Tyrese Halliburton, he has these games where he goes in and out, where he can be dominant and look like one of the best players in the league. And there's other dates where he puts up 12, 10, and 6. Those are tour dates. Your best player can't put up tour dates in the NBA Finals.
Rick Carlisle upset.
You're laughing because he's upset, Mike?
No. You make me laugh.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Pacers got called for a delay of game. That's what Carlisle was arguing about.
Got to get the social posts ready, you know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. KI Basketball. Letter K, letter I Basketball on Facebook. We just hit 20,000 there. Follow on Instagram as well too. KI Basketball. Word Better Basketball HQ. So that's letter K, letter I Basketball, letter H, letter Q. KI Basketball HQ on Instagram. KI Basketball on Facebook. Give me a follow up. But on everything else, Kick, YouTube, Twitch, keep it basketball.
Switches up. Halliburton on the drive. Gets into the paint. Wild shot. Way off. Rebound. Siakam. And the shot won't go, but a foul. And 2 free throws for Pascal
Siakam will shoot free throws.
Wallace is second.
This is where Indiana has been a number of times. They are 7-1 in clutch games.
Meanwhile, Siakam, last time he played the finals game was game 6, the clincher, as Toronto defeated Golden State. He had 26 points and 10 rebounds in that finals game. Misses that one though. He might be the least
That's a fact.
talked about star player in the NBA. They talk about him a lot in Indiana. Tonight, 16 points, 9 rebounds.
But Mike, that was one of the things I was always taught when I got into this league. If you want them to talk about you, your performance in the postseason, how consistently you do it in the postseason. You do that a couple of times, and all of a sudden your name becomes on the top of the list.
But he has struggled in the playoffs at the free throw line. They're going to call a lane violation on the second missed free throw. Boy, you can go
lane
weeks
violation.
and weeks
That's
watching
crazy.
NBA games and you won't see a free throw lane violation. Mark Daigneault taking a look.
But he does a little something funky with his hand right before. That hand is off the ball as it's still going up. It looks unique. And yes,
Everybody's in the lane.
Because they know he struggles from the free throw line, Mike.
Oh, he's going to get one more.
Obi Toppin's coming back in. They need that 3-point shooting.
So Toppin will come in. Turner will sit down. 3:07 remaining. OKC is led by as many as 15, but the Pacers have cut it to 4 multiple times here in the fourth. That's what he's facing. Had that little hitch again, but this one goes down. Hard full court pressure. Oh, and Nembhard runs over Caruso, tried to pick up an off-the-ball charge. Officials say play on. Here comes the double. Ball lost. And a foul.
This game's going to be slowing down immensely. There's going to be a lot of fouls.
So it's going to go against Halliburton. Both teams are in the penalty. So free throws the rest of the way on fouls.
And look, they keep bringing Halliburton up every single time, and that is a foul. That's the right call. Tyrese knows it. But how many times, DB, are they bringing him up in a pick and roll, trying to attack him?
No question. And it's interesting, Richard, both teams now downsized completely. No center on the floor, no Hartenstein, no Chet for OKC.
SGA 87%
Supposed to get to automatic,
from the free
man.
throw line in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
Another 35-point game. Make it 36.
Under a minute remaining.
They've hit 11 of 13 free throws here in the fourth. Lead up to 9. Nembhard pushing it up the floor. Double team. Knocked away. Gets it back. Top and one.
Oh my God. Neesmith, corner 3.
Neesmith drills it. Rattles it home. Neesmith with his third three-pointer.
Indiana will not die. Indiana will not die.
He gets a little breathing room. The Pacers have an answer. 6-point game with 2.5 to play. SGA kicks it out. Williams fakes, fires, three-pointer. Neesmith the rebound. Neesmith and Nembhard play catch.
Tyrese is not even the main ball handler at this point in time because the defense has been so
Oh
aggressive.
my God.
Nembhard steps back, three-pointer.
Nembhard again. 3-point game.
Nembhard. It's a 3-point game with 1:59 remaining.
We're a little bit behind the live score.
He's hit some big threes in his 3 playoff careers. Some anxiety here for the fans in Oklahoma
Dort,
City.
3.
Wallace
Miss.
kicks it out. Dort, three-pointer.
Man, this game is crazy.
Grab it. Halliburton. Back
Blocked
to
by
Neesmith.
Dort.
Neesmith the drive.
SGA gets the loose ball.
Blocked by Dort. Oh, what a rejection from Lou Dort.
SGA to the rack. He got it.
SGA drives. The finish. It's good.
Man, they're trying to give OKC fans a heart attack, man.
He's a scoring machine. He's got 36. Caruso called for the foul.
Caruso called for a foul on Andrew Nembhard.
Lou Dort, all defensive team. Watch this challenge.
Oh, that's great defense by Lou Dort.
Then the block, the discipline. This is ridiculous. Stay straight. Those arms can come over if contact forces it. He stays positioned.
That is just so difficult. On
Wow.
the other end, this is what they do. They turn
Wow,
turnovers,
wow, wow.
great defense into fast-paced transition opportunities, and then Shea just finishes off the job.
Nembhard hits the free throw. 13 points. 4-point
The Indiana Pacers are insane.
We heard Rick Carlisle saying you've got to attack off the drive. This is what has made Nembhard successful in this half.
2 clutch free throws right there. Again, both teams in the penalty. Each team with multiple timeouts. Thunder clinging to this three-point lead.
It's you.
SGA the drive inside, shot blocked. Siakam throws it back. Nembhard, Denise Smith up top, Toppin. Under a minute remaining.
What is going on? Nembhard, miss. Siakam, what? You got it for two?
Short rebound, the follow.
It is a 1 point game.
1 point game.
Boy, Siakam just so opportunistic, makes the block on one end, keeps moving. He is a relentless mover, Siakam.
SGA guarded by Nembhard. Back up top, Jalen Williams. Shot clock at 5. Williams on the
Oh my
drive,
God, he
gets
misses
in
off the glass.
paint, puts it up off the glass, won't go. Fight for the rebound. It's loose.
Siakam steps out of bounds.
And Siakam's out of bounds. Thunder ball with 22 points.
Indiana's going to challenge.
Indiana might challenge.
Indiana's going to challenge.
Player on Indiana is asking for that challenge right now. We have a timeout.
But is it more about the proximate foul, perhaps? Or is it...
No foul was called, though.
I don't know about that.
Siakam falling down. We'll take a timeout. 22.5 seconds remaining right now. It's over.
We're on commercial break. Man, this game, the Indiana Pacers will not die. Oklahoma City Thunder in the fourth were up by as much as 14 points, and the Indiana Pacers have somehow, some way found a way to just come back. It is a 1 point game with 22 seconds left. Anybody could win this game. Indiana, we know Indiana steal game ones. They stole game one in Cleveland, and they stole game one in New York as well, too. They can easily steal game one in Oklahoma.
Boost acceleration. It won't take you to space. It brings space. Introducing the 3-row with leading interior space.
The crazy part about this is that Tyrese Halliburton only got 12 points, man. Tyrese Halliburton does not need to score a lot of points for the Indiana Pacers to win the game.
Will they deem it marginal or illegal? If they deem it illegal, Siakam's going to shoot 2 free throws and give the Pacers a chance for their first lead of the game.
And I feel like this challenge is all about, I think they know this is off.
The Pacers have not led at any point in the game. It looks like they're ruling that Pascal was pushed out of bounds, so the Pacers will get the ball back.
Cleveland, Milwaukee are all telling the OKC fans, we told you so. This team is relentless. They do.
I'm not sure if Pascal Siakam is shooting free throws. If he is, he's not a very good free throw shooter, especially in these playoffs. He's been pretty bad. So that should give the OKC fans some hope.
To come back and win.
Nope, they get the ball out of bounds. Wait.
After review, Siakam
Okay, OKC ball.
prior to going out of bounds. There is no foul proximate to the play. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So OKC will inbound. Again, that's a loose ball. 2 guys going for it, and they deem it marginal contact. Siakam obviously felt otherwise.
You think so?
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Getting the ball inbound.
Not an easy spot on the floor to try to inbound.
Okay, SGA has the ball.
SGA has it.
Looks like he's going to take the final shot.
9-second difference, shot clock and game clock.
Misses. Rebound. Oh. Pacers have it. Halliburton wants it. Halliburton has it. Pulls up. He hits. Halliburton hits. 0.3 of a second. Halliburton hits. They do it again. They steal game ones, man. This is what they do. Unbelievable. 0.3 of a second left.
Absolutely stunned as the Pacers take a 1-point lead.
Unbelievable. They do this every single time, man. They were clinging along the entire game. They finally come back at the end. They were down by as much as 14, and they claw their way back, man. The Indiana Pacers do not let loose at any point.
He is the moment. That is what Tyrese Halliburton has been doing all postseason. Taking his time, you give him half a step and knocks it down with .3.
No hesitation in those big moments. He wants the ball in his hands.
There are 0.3 of a second left
to shoot the big shot. He did it against Milwaukee. This game 5 in the first round, down 7 in the final minute, hit big shots. This, of course, a heartbreaking play for Cavs fans. Gets his own rebound, goes back. Another incredible comeback against the Cavaliers. And then against the Knicks on that.
This is what they do, man. They steal game 1.
Square Garden hits what was a 2-pointer, forced the overtime.
The Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are a great great away team. The crowd does not affect them. They do not let a 15, 20-point lead discourage them. They claw their way back. They will climb that hill no matter what the obstacle is.
Foul, you have a chance to advance. That's why they had to go.
All right, so OKC to inbound. They still have one timeout if they have trouble getting it in. They're going to put Obi Toppin on the inbounder, Caruso. But this has to be a catch and shoot. No
0.3 of a second remain. You've got to catch and shoot that.
remaining.
They're calling another timeout.
And now Rick Carlisle.
This game is absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane.
You entered Holmgren into that.
Pacers do it again. They seal another game 1.
He has been a sneaky scorer.
But there are 0.3 of a second left. It is entirely possible
I've been blessed to play in 4 of them.
for OKC to be able to get one shot up and win this game somehow.
They've turned the ball over. They've been struggling, and all they did is show up and keep playing.
Meanwhile, remember in the second round, game 1 here in OKC against Denver, the Nuggets came back and won game 1. This one they've led by 15, 2.5.
Gotta get the socials ready. If you're watching, man, follow me on all socials. If you're watching this stream, we're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals moving forward. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you watch, man. We got 0.3 of a second left in this game. 0.3 of a second left in this game. It's a catch and shoot.
Do anything else?
So Mark Daigneault, these are the type of inbound plays, last second plays the teams work.
This is absolutely nuts. The Indiana Pacers were down by as much as 14 points in the fourth quarter and just clawed their way back. They did not let loose.
Key for OKC, if they have trouble getting inbounds, they can still call a timeout. Holmgren, Williams, SGA, and Wallace. Caruso will inbound.
Game over. Indiana Pacers steal another game 1.
Takes game 1. Shocking the Thunder here at OKC. The comeback kids do it again.
That is a tough loss by OKC at home. Game 1. You were up by as much as 14 and you let it slip and you let the Indiana Pacers crawl their way back, man.
Mike, this crowd is stunned.
The Pacers do it again. They steal another game 1. Game 1 in Cleveland. Game 1 in New York, and now they steal game 1 in OKC. Straight killers.
I said it earlier. Your best player can't put up tour dates, and Lisa's got him.
Tyrese, just take me through that last possession. You guys didn't call timeout. Take me through the last game.
Yeah, man, we got to stop. And coach trusts us in those moments to not call timeouts. Trust me in those moments. Guys trust me, and just trying to make a play. So, man, basketball's fun, man. Winning is fun. That's a great win for us.
How about the defensive possession? There was still .3 left.
Yeah. Big time play. Miles
You had to post on the socials, you dig?
A pin down to get him out of the action so he could throw the lob. Miles got around it. Good tip. And, man, it's a total team effort. We had so many guys chip in. Obi was huge off the bench. Miles in the fourth. Andrew Nembhard in the fourth. So many guys step up, and just really proud of this group.
Tyrese, you guys were down 15 in the fourth quarter. Just how were you able to just hang around long enough to steal this one?
Man, we just had to figure out how to win in so many different ways all year. Past 2 years, there's so many weird different ways, and we just figured out we're a resilient group, and just really proud of this group.
And you said it, you guys have done it over and over and over again in these playoffs. You've had these tremendous comebacks. Just what makes this team so relentless?
Man, we just we keep believing, and we stay together. And it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it hits 0, and we just keep pushing. So, like I said, really proud of this group.
Congrats on the win. We'll see you game 2.
Appreciate it.
Mike.
His first NBA Finals game, and he finishes it with another clutch game winner. The Pacers didn't have a lead in this game until there were 0.3 of a second remaining. They're now 7-2 on the road. And Halliburton continues an amazing stretch. He hasn't played a ton of playoff games yet, but he has been magnificent at clutch time. And gets the win here in game 1 of the finals as the Thunder, for the second time in these playoffs, lose game 1 at home. Of course, game 2 right back here in Oklahoma City on Sunday. Earlier start, tip off shortly after 8 Eastern.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man.
And ESPN Radio. Remember, this is a team that had 20 turnovers in the first half, but they hung around, and then made all the big plays down the stretch. Again, join us Sunday night, game 2, what has become now a very interesting NBA Finals. For our producer, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, for Doris Burke, Richard Jefferson, Lisa Salters, our entire crew. Coming up next to most of these ABC stations, your late local news over at ESPN Sports.
Remy Mark says Pacers in 4.
Tonight from Oklahoma City. Thanks for watching ABC, home of the
Okay,
NBA
that's
Finals.
game 1 of the NBA Finals, man. The Pacers were down by as much as 15 points in the 4th quarter, but they just kept clawing and kept clawing, and they found a way to come back. Tyrese Halliburton, with, what was it?
Oh, wow.
7 seconds left, hits the bucket to give the Indiana Pacers the lead and take it in OKC. Again, these guys are game 1 Steelers, man. Remy Mark, you think Pacers in 4, man? That's crazy. Again, I don't think Pacers in 4. I still think Oklahoma City got it at 6. And Oklahoma City is known for dropping game 1 at home. I don't know what it is. Jitteries, buzz, nervousness, whatever. But they had that game. They were leading pretty much the entire game up until the end, and they just dropped it at the end. But you got to give the Indiana Pacers, you got to give them credit for what they just did, man. That is hard to do, especially in OKC against the best defensive team in the NBA, to be able to come back like that and to be able to win at their home. The Indiana Pacers don't care where they're playing, man. They always give themselves a shot. Let's take a recap. Let's take a look at the game cast and see this. So you got to understand too, that the Indiana Pacers had 25 turnovers this game, 25 turnovers, and they still found a way to claw their way back, keep the game close, and come back and win. So shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, shout out to the Indiana Pacers. It was a full team effort.
I'm glad I'm finally home.
Let's see right here. You had Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton with 14 points, Andrew Nembhard 14, Miles Turner 15, and Aaron Naismith 10, Pascal Siakam 19 points, Obi Toppin 17 points. So off the bench, so you have pretty much an entire team balanced effort, everybody contributing. Man, Aaron Naismith 12 rebounds, Pascal Siakam 10 rebounds, Tyrese Halliburton 10 rebounds. So this was a full team effort for them to come back from the dead and to be able to do this, man. Remy Mark, I don't know about Pacers in 4, but this is going to be a good series, man. I really hope this series gets extended and goes to a game 7. I really want to see these two teams duke it out, man. I think it's going to be a heavyweight fight. It's going to go back and forth. These two teams, I think, complement each other in terms of a matchup perfectly. This is why I wanted to see Indiana Pacers versus OKC instead of Oklahoma versus New York Knicks. I think this will be a better and more entertaining matchup, just because of how the Indiana Pacers play and because of how the Thunder produce turnovers and how stout their defense is, man. Ghost 1020373 says hi. What up, man?
Good evening, everyone.
What up to you, man?
And I'm Ben Simino.
Anyways, we are going to be streaming every single game of the NBA playoffs.
Came home, John.
Who was I cheering for? Honestly, man, I'm pretty neutral in this one, man. I was giving a slight edge to Oklahoma just because I think SGA is most likely going to win NBA MVP. But to be honest, man, any team can win this. I like both the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think Oklahoma is on pace, if they win this finals, to be the new dynasty in the NBA. But I also like how the Indiana Pacers play, man. These guys, they don't take no for an answer, man. No matter how they can be down by 10, 15, 20, it really doesn't matter. They're going to keep pushing, and they're going to keep trying to kill you until the end, man. They do not let on until that clock hits 0, and they proved it again in this game, man. That's a third straight game 1 that they've stolen in their opponent's arena. So we got to give them credit for that, man. But yeah, Ghost 102-373. Who you got winning, and then how many games you think they're gonna win this one? I want to see what you think.
The teen's been in custody.
Shout out to
since
anybody who
Saturday
just
when
tuned
ICE
in,
picked
who's
him up
watching
his
till the
dad's
end of that
car
crazy
for being
game.
undocumented.
Like, comment,
He's been in the
subscribe
country for more than a
on all
decade
platforms,
and
whatever
doesn't have
platform
a
you're watching
criminal
on. We're going to be streaming every
Immigration
single game of the
officials say they were
NBA Finals.
looking for his
Game 2
dad
is on
because of
Sunday.
allegations of
Game 2 will be in
reckless
Oklahoma
driving.
City as well. And we're going to see who wins, man. I want to know who you guys have for what you call it. Who wins NBA Finals MVP. Peace out, Ghost, man. I appreciate you dropping in and talking. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, that was an absolutely insane game. It was close pretty much up until the end, and Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers made it hit the shots when it mattered the most. And you know what I mean? They came out with a W. So the Indiana Pacers for now lead 1-0 in the NBA Finals. And we're going to see what happens in Game 2, man. We know the Oklahoma City Thunder sometimes they get jittery in Game 1 at home as well. So maybe they're just nervous. Maybe towards the end they just got, you know, a little bit too afraid of the moment, but let's see if they bounce back in game 2 and can tie the series 1-1. At least they have a home court advantage. They can lean on that if it does go to a Game 7. But we'll see, man. We will see. Anyways, that was a live stream for tonight. We'll be streaming Game 2 on Sunday. Game 2 will be in Indiana. Whatever platform you're watching on, I appreciate you watching, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back on Sunday to stream Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to the Indiana Pacers for having to come back and getting the win at the end, man. Anyways, man, I appreciate anybody who watched tonight. We will be back on Sunday. So whatever platform you're watching on, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm out.
Give us a really long sheet of this thin